What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to another new stream. And thank you so much for joining in. Hope you are doing great. Hope the stream makes it better for you. And today we are reacting on Champions of Champion tournament. Qualifier 1, 2, 3 is done. The fourth qualifier is happening, and then we'll get to the semifinals. Thoda interesting hai, because I don't know, pretty much it kind of confused me, like what's exactly happening. But it sounds fun. It's going great. Let me just share it on my Discord that I'm doing a live stream. Uh, hey yo, what's up? What's up, everyone? What's up? I want to edit my team. Can I do that? Oh, you can get in touch with Mahir and talk to him about it. He will help you out, dude. I was actually sharing my link to Discord. Hey yo, Mindsparks. Hey yo, SJ. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. Casting Champions of Champions. Yep, I'm not casting. I'm doing a watch party. So there is a qualifiers are done. Fourth qualifier is pending, so that's where I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna comment along with as this is happening. I'll keep bit yeah. Okay, I'll keep it in this volume. Hey you Mahesh, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. Guys, मैं यहाँ पे खुद को रख लूँगा because there will be players right here and here, so I don't want to overlap it. और मैं यहाँ पे नीचे थोड़ा बड़ा कर दूँ. Bro is Praggles the guest. I can't spoil you guys. I can't spoil it. You guys keep guessing it.
Como hace música y además cuando el Pokémon hace música, pues hace que todos los
यहाँ पे थोड़ा बड़ा कर दूँ.
estén felices. Entonces, eso es un mensaje que a mí me gusta mucho. Es muy positivo. Y mi estrategia para ganar.
Guys, यहाँ काफी है ना? या फिर can I keep it in? Should I keep it in middle? What are you watching? I am reacting to Champions of Champions tournament, official tournament, जो अभी Champions का चल रहा है. So I am reacting on that. So it's official.
I got into stinging nettle eating 16 years ago. We went
oh
to
my
a
god
pub to watch the world.
Oh, okay. It's a tournament between all these people who have achieved world, achieve world championship like in different and they are participating in this. But it's too small. Okay, मैं थोड़ा बड़ा कर देता हूँ फिर खुद को.
Only about 4 days ago, so I'm still a beginner. But my favorite Pokemon is Mega Venusaur. He's very big and cute and cuddly, and he has a layer of protective fat, just like me. My strategy for the tournament is to play the long game. Try and mega
Champions of Champions is not for the not for the professional players, I guess. This is for the people who have achieved in different this thing and they वो लोग participate कर रहे हैं. So it's gonna be fun. Okay, I'll keep.
That's got to be one of the most wholesome reasons to get into Pokemon, with your children starting to enjoy it, and now you getting into it as well. And now, the children are here watching their dad as well, so they'll be able to see him live on the stage. I'm sure they're really looking forward to it.
That's one of the beautiful things about Pokemon. It can bring people from all over the globe together. But
it's gonna be fun, guys. हम थोड़ा we'll talk, we'll comment on it, we'll talk together, and let's see how it goes. मैं story डाल देता हूँ.
Going to be a fantastic opponent for Mike, so I don't think we can really wait too much longer. We've heard from Ray already 6 times. Let's hear just a couple more to round off how he's feeling about both of these final two
story.
So please take it away.
Yo, I am actually doing live stream on Champions of Champions tournament. So if you guys want to join the watch party, join my live.
Yeah, so this is a really exciting one, like they all are. So I'll start with Mike.
Can I do live stream on Pokemon Red? Yeah, I can actually go. I can actually go and do that. But right now, thoda, champions are going on. Like I pretty much have to totally focus on this. But yeah, let's go. My most hated Mega Star.
Being very new to the game, he luckily got some help from his 10-year-old godson, so he came in with a notebook.
क्या डबिंग चल रहा है क्या?
Every single 6 Pokemon he wanted to use, every item came in with a plan, and I think he's executed on it. So I'm excited to see.
Oh, Netley is a eating champion. Let's go. 1 second, chat. 1 second. I'm just getting a call.
for out here.
Yeah, I mean, specifically Mike's team looks like one of the most competitive teams we have seen in this tournament, rocking the Charizard Venusaur combination, but also tools like the Toxapex. Who do you think has the upper hand in this particular matchup?
Wow, it's tough to say because, of course, Dragonite himself has a really good matchup into that Charizard, and Venusaur resisting grass, resisting fire, so it's got a pretty good opportunity to shine here. So we'll have to see. I think Aina has the ability and the team to kind of counter what Mike's trying to do here, but Mike, as you said, he's got the really powerful duo in Charizard and Venusaur, and even Charizard and Garchomp makes a really good duo. Toxapex and Charizard we've seen to success with Wolfie before, the wide guard support, blocking rock slides. There's a lot of possibilities.
Sorry. I got a call. So I had to mute myself. I'm back. I'll be playing all the story modes and I'll also be covering champions very soon. But thoda abhi tournaments wo sab host kar raha hu na. So I'm just like, you know, more of in a chaos. I am just sharing a video on my Instagram, so I just was kinda hooked to that. But anyways, guys, look at the Gardevoir and look at you in the back. I mean, look at the plushies, man.
Joining
Lol.
very strong, and now it's everywhere, and that's, I think, quite relevant to our two.
1 second, chat. I'll just come.
Here, of course, brand new to the competition, and I think the godson of Mike really knows what he's doing, because that is a very much established team. So kudos to the godson for being able to find those team of 6.
Yeah, a lot of key components there that are very competitively viable. Not always the easiest to utilize. You might kind of think, oh yeah, Charizard and Venusaur, they're a perfect combination. But if you don't get the alignment right, if you're not finding the targets correctly on the opposing side or utilizing the sun turns perfectly, then it can be a very difficult team to maneuver. As well as you mentioned that Toxapex, a fantastic Pokemon that can be so disruptive, but you've got to be able to stay calm and composed to endure everything that it can go through with that toxic and infestation.
Yeah, Toxapex is probably one of the most difficult Pokemon to be able to deal with, because it's just so incredibly bulky, and it does have one of the best answers to it in that Mega Metagross. Getting that Zen Headbutt with the Tough Claws boost, that might be one of the few things that could actually knock out a Toxapex.
Hey yaar, abey yaar. Okay. Sorry, boys. Sorry. So basically, these are the world champions who have played for other like, you know, eating champions or so and stuff. So they are playing Pokemon champions VGC for the first time. It's like everyone are noob at this point. Like if I ever host a Pokemon competition for you know, Pokemon tournament for like other players in India, other creators in India, how they will be like, you know, new to this, something like that.
So it makes perfect sense why Aina has decided to pair them together. You've got something like the Mamoswine to be able to Earthquake next to the Dragonite that's off the ground as well. You've got the Corviknight that can benefit from that as well. You've got a slightly more offensive Sinistcha as well. It's not going to be no support on this Sinistcha. It's just 3 attacks.
Abhi to awaaz aa rahi hai na mere guys.
Some very significant damage.
It will be interesting to see Sinistcha utilize that way if it doesn't.
Why did they choose Gardevoir plus?
One of the key things
I mean, dude, Gardevoir is one of the biggest life-size plushies over there. Arcanine wala bhi hai. Main Arcanine wala baat dikhata hu. Okay.
And that can often be what
guys, what Hobbs is running, no? ये Annihilate wala, this was used in Scrovitch's tournament. It's a Toxapex team, and I strongly think she's gonna get her Mamoswine because it's good against Garchomp. It is also good as Venusaur. It's also good against Toxapex.
The Arcanine can still do some very nice damage if the sun set up from the opposing Charizard, being able to benefit from that, because that would probably be one of the better answers to that opposing Venusaur. Yes, the Venusaur would probably be able to move first and does threaten with an Earth Power, but then you'd be able to respond back with the Flare.
Life size are you serious?
Something like the Annihilate. That's one of the reasons why it's on the field, to deter Pokemon that have Intimidate, because of course if you get intimidated, no, you're not -1, you're actually +1 attack thanks to that Defiant boost.
What I'm hearing here is we're going to see something that we often see in competitive VGC, is the turn 0 being incredibly crucial to determining how a match is going to go, just based on what these leads could be. Could already swing momentum into favor on one side of the field. But let's jump into quarter-final D between Mike and Aina. Looking forward to seeing who is going to come out on top and advance to the semi-finals.
Yeah, we'll have to see. There is that Arcanine as
okay, opening with Arcanine and Dragonite, which is going to intimidate the Garchomp immediately.
So no Annihilate on this field. That is an Intimidate on the Garchomp. There is going to be incredibly useful. The Garchomp would have been able to threaten some massive damage into that Arcanine, but that of course has been a bit reduced now thanks to that Intimidate. And the resistances on both sides of the field are going to come into play here. The Arcanine and the Dragonite resist fire attacks, both of them, so the Charizard won't be as effective.
Hello, Gore
Garchomp covers very nicely. Ground and fire is a very nice offensive combination because, yes, the
What's
Arcanine
up,
and the Dragonite
Maher?
will
What's
resist
up,
the fire attacks,
Vedant?
but
What's
you've
up,
got the Stop
people?
and Tantrum to be able
Lex.
to hit massive damage to the Arcanine. You've got the Dragon Claw to be able
That
to do
the
massive
guard
damage
is
into that
invested
potent
in
Dragonite. Of
Mike's
course, you need to break the multi-skill to be able to do that massive damage, but then that might come down to the speed training on both of these Pokemon. Garchomp usually moves first, and that's the one you'd have wanted to move second into the Dragonite because you want to break it with the weaker attack. So I think that Aina's in probably quite a nice position here because of the Intimidate should be able to make it through the turn with both Pokemon, and definitely will if that Charizard is not going on the offensive.
We're going to see an adaptation coming through straight away on Mike's side of the
Intimidate,
field.
inner
One
focus
fire type
Dragonite. Yeah,
switches
inner
out,
focus
another. The
Dragonite.
inner focus on
So it's a
Dragonite,
physical
however,
attacker,
could be
it's not a
lowering its
special
defense
attacker
stat,
over there.
as the
Oh
Arcanine
no, it's a
will
special
take
attacker.
damage.
What?
Dragonite, however, is
Why
going
would
to
you
be
run?
beautiful
Okay,
and
multi-scale
majestic and
getting
mega evolved
activated.
on Aina's side of the field.
Yeah, going to be able to have that multi-scale now, so
Ah,
any
building
Dragon
length.
attacks from the Garchomp won't be doing as much.
How's that?
It's just an
That holds
extreme
them
speed
up.
to stop. That's really not the damage you want to see on
Oh,
that first
extreme
turn.
speed is not
Yeah,
gonna do.
particularly not
Earthquake
as
coming in.
by that
Earthquake.
Intimidate.
Oh
As
wait,
the
Earthquake
will
is
come
gonna
through,
do
it
damage
is
to
going to be
Incineroar
hurting
as
its
well.
partner, Incineroar, however,
Just not gonna
Incineroar is gonna
forget.
be able to hang on, and crucially, you get some good
Yo,
damage
Rishit,
onto
what's
that
up?
Arcanine as well.
Yeah, but that's a lot of damage.
Citrus
to take
getting
on your
activated on
there. If that
Incineroar.
had been Charizard staying in, you wouldn't have taken any damage. And speaking of Dragon Claw, that's a huge amount of damage into that opposing Garchomp. And yeah, you didn't get intimidated thanks to that inner focus, so that's a reason why it's going to be doing a bit more
Guys,
damage.
this is the
It
fourth
could have been
qualifier,
a
so
lack
इसमें
of
कौन
Mega
जीतेगा
Evolution
वो
of the
semi-final
Dragonite
जा रहा है.
because base
There are
Dragonite
others
actually
already on the
a bit more
semi-final.
physically offensive than the Mega Dragonite version is, but I think it makes a lot of sense to get that multi-scale in place just in case that Garchomp did target down that Dragonite. So yeah, the Earthquake into the Arcanine is nice, and you will be able to KO it with another attack here. You've seen it very easily does over half, but you've also seen it does a lot of damage to your own Incineroar, so that could be a little bit awkward. But I think the nice thing with the Incineroar switching in here is, yes, it was in a focus on the Dragonite. You wouldn't have been able to fake it out in the base Dragonite form, but now it is Mega. You are guaranteed to be able to get that flinch because it is now multi-scale if you want to go for the fake out. But no, still just Earthquake.
Why
your
is
own
he going
Incineroar.
for Earthquake?
Yeah, most
Dragonite
actually
is a
off the
threat
board
over
as well,
there.
thanks to the recall it took previously. Incineroar switching in and boldly taking 2 Earthquakes from its partner Pokemon, but it has the endurance to remain. Arcanine, the same cannot be said for you, however. That is going to be a solid KO as Dragonite goes for that Dragon Claw and does manage to get the damage onto Garchomp to secure the knockout. But the Rough Skin, once again, chipping away a quarter of damage.
By
already
letting
on
you
that
know, these are
Dragonite.
not
Yeah,
pro
but Incineroar's
players.
gonna be able to move
These
there.
are all
He's gonna
other
focus Lariat.
gaming
Once
wale
again,
players. Like,
of
you know,
course,
they
is
play
broken on
different
that
games.
Dragonite. That was some
Like
pretty
not different
effective
games. Like, you
damage.
know,
The Dragonite is now
like
brought
the
below
champions,
half. Dragonite's
champions of champions.
incredibly
Like
bulky Pokemon,
basically,
so every
the
bit
guy
of
you can
chip
see
damage
Mike over
does
there.
add
He
up.
is a
Especially if
eating
your
champion.
main damage
So he
dealer
has a
is that
world
Dragonite.
record of
The
eating.
Garchomp is now
The
KO'd. You
girl,
have to
she
rely
has some
on the
other records.
Charizard to
तो
slowly
ऐसा
chip
कुछ
away
चल रहा है.
the
Like, you know,
waves.
they all are new to it.
Maybe weather
Like
balls
एक
in
बंदा
that
था
sense
वो
that,
MMA
okay, I
champion
doubt
था.
it would
MMA
be
champion
even
के
as
बीच
strong
में
as
चल रहा था.
Pokemon is.
Basketball
Mega
champion के
Dragonite
बीच में
is
चल रहा था.
incredibly bulky,
So
you
these are
probably
all
need
different
2
different
more
players
attacks into
who
this
are
Dragonite to be
who
able to do the damage that you want.
participated
This
in
fight
this
is
tournament. So that's so
switching in
cool. Like
Charizard
that's so
once again.
interesting
Here
actually.
comes the Mamoswine as a
Ooh.
Pokemon can threaten down
Does
some
it have
really good
Rock
damage
Slide?
here. You can easily KO the Incineroar with any attack that you want to go for here. Of course, the Mamoswine can't protect, and that's one of the downsides of going for those four offensive attacks. You can't protect, and therefore the Charizard, if it is able to outspeed and does naturally outspeed a Mamoswine, would be able to pick up the KO on it
Folk,
with either a
there-
Heat Wave or a Weather Ball. And then
Wait,
that would
there
free
can
up
be-
your Incineroar potentially to go for another Darkest Lariat. This is a Heat
There
Wave
can
and
be a
Darkest
fake out.
Lariat, and both of those attacks
No, there
can
cannot
do
be a
damage
fake
to
out.
that
Yeah, it
Dragonite. That
used
could be the
Darkest
KOs
Lariat.
that
So
Mike
yeah,
is looking for.
I
The
think
Mamoswine
he's
as
gonna
well is
move
not
first.
running that rock slide, so that's something
Yeah.
that the Charizard is able to breathe a sigh of relief out. It does not have to contend with, you know, some damage coming through from the ice type attacks, but that fire typing will reign supreme. And the sun is going to come out as well to really celebrate Charizard going for its Mega Evolution here. This is going to be boosting up the fire type attacks on both of Mike's Pokemon.
Why are you not
Charizard
running
and
rock
Dragonite
type
have
moves on
exactly the same
Mamoswine?
stat, and that's probably why the
nice.
Dragonite's
Extreme
going for
speed going in,
here to
okay?
Definitely be moving first.
It's gonna be
taking
Heat
care
Wave.
of that very low HP Incineroar, but it's going to be the Solar Beam here, not the fire type attack, but that's still super effective into the Mamoswine. That should still pick up the KO.
Yeah, Charizard showing its versatility. When the sun is in the sky, you can turn this 2-turn charge attack into
Crazy.
just a single target 1-turn attack here. Mamoswine will go down to the solid damage from that Solar Beam. Raw of success from that Charizard. It knows it needed to get that knockout.
Yeah, if that had been a heat wave, you could have got a little bit of chip damage onto the Dragon.
I haven't kept their chat active, man. I love to watch their chat, but you know, it's like more of disrespects are going in the chat, which I don't want to be a part of, like, you know.
And it's got the life orb, so that's going to be very close if a sludge
I mean,
bomb
yeah,
is gonna be able
they
to
wanted
KO
to
this
nerf
Dragonite.
Incineroar.
Sludge bomb and heat wave would just clear the board from here. So if that's the option that Mike does go for, that could be maybe just relying on the heat wave, and that's one of the things you want to try and avoid. So if heat wave isn't clicked here, it'll be because Mike doesn't want to risk that shaky accuracy. You can go for the weather ball for the guarantee KO into the opposing Corviknight, but then you aren't going to be strong enough, most likely, into the Dragonite without the double up. So do you take that slight risk with a heat wave, or do you just get that guaranteed hit with the weather ball, or potentially just going on the offensive? Oh, the Corviknight's not just going to go protect here, so it could be actually a double target into the Dragonite to capitalize on that.
Yeah, Corviknight trying to scout out maybe the strategy that's coming through. Venusaur does manage to get the KO though. That Dragonite goes down. Venusaur having its speed double thanks to his chlorophyll ability in the sun, and the life orb giving it that extra bit of oomph behind that sludge bomb.
Crazy.
Actually going for the flamethrower here, so didn't
Crazy.
go for the heat wave, and maybe also knowing that
She
Venusaur
lost
was
all
gonna
of
be able
her
to get that
pheromones.
KO. You can just lock in on that Corviknight.
Yeah, and the choice of flamethrower here over something like the weather ball means that even if the sun runs out, you'll still be able to get that 100% guaranteed flamethrower into that Corviknight. That was very
those are
impressive
like
for Venusaur.
those are
I've
like
mentioned
orbiters. They
already a
have
couple
to,
of times that
you know,
Mega
they have to
Dragonite
see
is
whether they're
incredibly
cheating or
bulky,
not. What's
but
happening?
that Venusaur with the life
So
orb,
they
the
will be
life orb
watching.
was
Like if you
completely
play
necessary to
official,
get
oh
that
my
KO.
god,
Landing the sleep power
sleep.
just for good
Why?
measure.
I really
Why?
like that,
I
though. You know,
swear to
Sludge
God.
Bomb's not going to be doing any damage into a steel type, so you can just put this Corviknight to sleep. Maybe
Yeah, even I
just
love it.
alleviate
I
some of
love
the
it.
pain it's going to take from that powerful sun-boosted flamethrower, and Mike Hobbs goes one game closer to advancing into the semi-finals.
Yeah, that was very, very nicely done there from Mike. After earthquaking his own Incineroar twice there, that's sacrificing most of the HP on such a bulky Pokemon, had the resources in the end game, so clearly had it all figured out. Didn't need the Incineroar as much. It's going to be the Charizard and the Venusaur that's going to be able to claim the game for him. Very nicely done. The Dragonite was nice and bulky, but just wasn't quite bulky enough to be able to survive.
Oh, he's a
I was very
translator.
dubious
Okay,
if
I didn't know
Sludge
that.
Bomb
I
would
didn't know
have been able
that.
to KO, 'cause Venusaur's not the
That's nice.
strongest. It does need the help from the Life Orb to be able to do some actually very noticeable damage. But yeah, just about able to KO. That's very, very physically and especially bulky Dragonite. Very impressively done from Mike.
I think as well it shows a lot of
Do
great
you know?
intuition
Do you
on
know?
Mike's
Do you
side of
know?
things. This is a trainer who's only got introduced to competitive Pokemon 4 days ago. Being able to make sure that that end game of Venusaur and Charizard was set up so beautifully is a great skill for a competitive trainer to have. And he was already able to learn and execute that so perfectly in his very first competitive Pokemon match.
Yeah, Charizard and Venusaur, a very classic combination, and saw exactly why there. It was able to claim that end game very, very comfortably. They didn't.
Aina is having actually a bad team. Like she doesn't have Rock Slide. She doesn't have anything which can be. Take Dark Dragon. These champions of Mystic.
It's going to be the Dragonite and the
Oh,
Metagross.
Metagross?
So both Pokemon can Mega Evolve.
Same
but of course
opening.
you can only Mega Evolve
No, it's a
one
different
in
opening.
the game.
Sleep Powders
And
will
like
come
I
in,
said,
guys.
Hey, the Venusaur and the Charizard was able to clean up in that end game. Why don't you just start with it here?
Yeah, picking up where he left off and already being able to apply a lot of pressure onto that opposing Metagross. If you go for that Mega Evolution on the Charizard, the sun is going to come in the sky and those flamethrowers are going to be devastating. At the same time, you're going to boost up that Venusaur's speed, and that's something that can put the Dragonite to sleep.
Yeah, that could be quite awkward for Aina there if the
Garde is
Sleep Powder does
spectating.
connect.
If the blue guy is
You should
watching
get some
her
of enough
game,
power with
Garde
the
is
Mega
watching
Metagross.
his
I
Mike's
don't think
game.
you'd survive with regular Metagross, so that's probably the preference of Mega Evolution, especially because Dragon Claw is on the Dragonite, and as mentioned, base Dragonite is slightly more physically offensive than the Mega Dragonite would be. Of course, we're going to get the Mega Evolution
Guys,
from
should
that
I keep
Charizard
myself in
Y
the
to
middle?
boost up those fire type attacks, and also
Should I
make
keep
sure that
myself in the
Venusaur is
middle?
the fastest Pokemon on the field. Which Pokemon is going to Mega Evolve, if any? Yep, it is going to be that Metagross, and I think that is the preferable one facing down that Charizard and Venusaur.
It's nice to get a showcase of Mega Evolution in this match. We saw Mega Dragonite last game, and now it's going to be that
मैं
Mega
बीच में रखूंगा तो
Metagross.
गंदा दिखेगा.
It is wisely, I think, going for the Protect here in the
Metagross
face of
going for a
something like
Protect,
Flamethrower,
okay.
the Heat Wave that come through from this
Sleep
Charizard.
Powder going for a Dragonite. Ah!
Dragonite being able to put it to sleep, and you now do not have to contend with it going for a
Heat
turn.
Wave going
Charizard
for it.
Going for the Heat Wave, of course we know it cannot do
There's no
damage to that
multi-scale
Metagross
activated,
thanks to
by the
Protect,
way.
but it will be able to get that little bit of chip onto the Dragonite.
This
Yeah,
is
and of
so
course, it was
go.
in
See,
a
this is
focus
so
in the base
wrong.
form of Dragonite,
Make
so
yourself
that was
wide
not
in the
halved
entire
from a
bottom.
potential multi-scale there, and Dragonite will be taking that guaranteed turn of sleep. Very, very nice start for Mike here. Potential play that Aina could have done is preserve
He
the
is,
Mega
he
Evolution.
is,
If the
he
Metagross
is,
isn't
he
going on
is
the
old,
offensive, it
he
didn't
is old.
necessarily need to Mega Evolve this turn, and it could have left it as a guessing game. But now that we know that the Metagross has gone for that Mega Evolution, there's no opportunity for that Dragonite anymore, and that's something that Mike can calculate now going forward. Here comes the Earth Power. We'll have to see if the Mega Evolution isn't going to
I
allow it to
forgot
survive
what's
it, and
my
yes, that
PC's
Metagross
this thing.
does very comfortably survive that life.
It is
Does take 3 points
Ryzen
damage
something.
against
मैं
the
डाल
special
दूंगा.
defense drop as well. Not that it matters,
I
think
think
it was
I'll
followed up
put it
by
in
some
the
of the
chat or
flames
description
that
in the
this
next
Charizard
stream
can
for sure.
unleash in the form of that flamethrower, but just for extra measure, deals with that Metagross
Dude,
in a
dude.
2-hit knockout.
Instead of going for a
Very
heat
nicely
wave,
done. Usually
why?
Metagross is naturally faster than the Charizard.
Dragonite
But
waking
get
up
the
in
wake
the
up, and there
turn.
is a responding
Flamethrower, okay.
Sun boosted, still not enough to be able to KO that Venusaur there. So, yeah, if that would have potentially been the Mega Dragonite,
Mega
that would
wasted.
have given the special attack boost enough to the Dragonite so that that Flamethrower would have KO'd. So, yeah, a really, really nice start there for Mike, and losing the Mega Evolution for no benefit, unfortunately, for Aina here. Yes, the Arcanine is very nicely positioned now because that Venusaur surviving is actually probably preferable because it should be in extreme speed range, and then you're going to be able to resist the attacks coming out from the Charizard. Heat Wave and Flamethrower won't be doing too much damage. That Dragonite would then be able to respond with a very powerful Dragon Claw, which is probably going to be able to knock out the Charizard in 2 hits, and even if it doesn't, then you'd be able to extreme speed it afterwards. So actually, even though the Mega Evolution has already been felled on Aina's side of the field, the Arcanine waiting in the back this time, I think is a very,
I'll
very
be
nice
playing.
I think as well, you know, I
I'm
would
thinking
love
of
to see something
playing.
like an Intimidate swap in from Incineroar just to be able to
What?
the extreme speed
Annihilate
KO and
making
also
an appearance
neutralizing a
here.
little bit
Extreme
what this
speed.
Arcanine
Ah.
can do. But instead, the Annihilate, I mean, that's one way to deal with a hit. Extreme speed comes through. It will get the KO onto the opposing Venusaur here.
Oh my god,
Venusaur
extreme
does go
speed
down,
on both
but now Mike
end.
does have the free switch
That
into
was
another Pokemon in
crazy.
the back, and
Annihilate
is
switch
able
was
to
a
get in
crazy call, like
completely
expecting an
unscathed.
extreme
but
speed on
you usually
Charizard as well,
want
but
Annihilate to be scathed, because then
I
you
mean-
activate that Rage Fist a little bit more. So
That's true.
Hey,
a little
yo,
bit
Mr.
of a,
Deepai, what's
somewhat
up?
of a benefit for Aina there, not targeting the Annihilate. Of course, it's got the focus ash.
Oh, it's in Pokemon Official. It's in Pokemon Official only.
Hits does activate that Rage Fist just a little bit more. So Rage Fist is not going to be able to do too much damage here at all. And the Annihilate
official
can
Pokemon
get some
YouTube
pretty
channel,
good
yeah.
damage into the Arcanine with the close combat, but not too much damage into the Dragonite, unless it goes for the Rock Tomb, which it
Oh,
does
I
have
can
access
do
to
like
as well,
this, nah?
because the Dragonite's it's probably going
I
to
can keep
underspeed
their
the
chat
opposing
active
Annihilate.
also.
You've got the Intimidate activated on the Arcanine now
I can-
because
I can
Incineroar did
overlap
switch in,
this.
of course, not on the
Yeah.
inner focus on the Dragonite. And you can't fake out the Dragonite either, so it would be fake out into the Arcanine if that is trying to put a stop to the attacks that Aina can go for on this turn, and then Annihilate, maybe a Rock Tomb into the Dragonite, but that's still probably not going to be enough
अपना
to pick
chat
up
थोड़ा
KO, 'cause it's
छोटा
not
कर
gonna
लेता
be
हूँ,
the same
चलो.
type attack bonus on the Annihilate, and it won't be the strongest of attacks. It's usually used more for utility, but still would do some respectable damage.
And you've got to remember as well, Incineroar has given a taste of its own medicine to the Arcanine there.
It's
throwing
matter
down
of
that
time you
Intimidate,
become
so the
famous
damage
around the world.
capabilities are going to be a little bit more reduced. But the Sun is also
It's
still on
fingers
the side,
crossed,
even if
buddy.
Charizard's not in play. Annihilate goes for the
Ooh,
Rock Tomb, though. That does a significant
that's
amount
gonna
to
drop the
Arcanine,
speed.
And of course, is going to be critical in dropping that speed, just trying to give a little bit more momentum to Mike's side. Arcanine, however, can follow up with that close combat.
But it's not gonna do,
paying off
because
the
it's not a
Intimidate that
stab
he gave it
boosted close
earlier.
combat.
It's not even going to be taking it down into the orange
Special
zone,
defense
while
is,
Arcanine
oh
is
my
a
god,
lot
this
more
is gonna
vulnerable
be
with its
so
defense
bad.
being dropped. As the Incineroar can retaliate with
It's
that
not
Dark
gonna do
Slurry,
much.
doing about
Oh my god,
40%.
she's so scared.
Yes, the close combat drops were ignored by that Darkest
It's
Barrier.
gonna go for Arcanine.
Of it as well, but
She
there's
KO'd her
another
own
self-earthquake
Arcanine. She
coming out
realizes
here, but this time
herself
it was
right
that
now
inside
that
of the
did it
field.
KO my
Earthquake
Arcanine?
is gonna fell the Arcanine. Wow, what a turn of events here. We saw the self
Hey, no, what?
for Mike here. Is it going to be able to work out for Aina? Because that's going to give another switch into whatever is waiting in the back. Is it still going to be that Corviknight?
Mike
that was
is
brought to the first
chilling.
game, or is it gonna be the
Mike
Mammoth
is
Swine?
chilling
Is
because
that
he is
Corviknight?
not
So
worried.
you do
She
need
should
to
have
deal with
switched
the
her
fact that
Arcanine and
the
then go
Dragonite,
for
you
a
don't
Earthquake.
think
That
you're
would
gonna
have
be
given
able to,
her
because
given her
the
an
speed is being
advantage.
dropped on the Dragonite. It's going to be underspeeding this Annihilate for sure, and we've already seen the damage that Rock Tomb was able to do. That should be in range of another one, and then it would just be
Everyone are like, why would you bring a
and the
steel
Charizard
type
would be able to
against
take
a
care of
Sun
this
team?
Corviknight. Yes, the Incineroar
Like
might
obviously she
underspeed
has
and
steel
might be
types,
in
like she has
range of
Metagross,
at this point.
she
If
has
that Corviknight had
even Sinistra, which is bad. She has Mammoth Swine, which is again bad. I don't know.
So I think if this is just a target into the Dragonite with a Rock Tomb, and that does connect, then that should be the game for Mike.
Yeah, Protect comes up on the Corviknight as the Annihilate actually goes for the side Rock Tomb here. Possibly Mike giving a little bit of a laugh there. Maybe wasn't exactly what was intended.
What is he trying to do?
Earthquake again. It doesn't have to worry about the Corviknight protecting up in the sky, but it will be able to get the knockout.
He wanted to KO the Incineroar.
I really like the way that Aina is.
Are you serious? He wanted her to KO his Incineroar so that he can get the Charizard.
That was really difficult for me to deal with in game 1. Let me try it on my side, even though it did.
Hey, Raj Banerjee, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. Hope you are doing great. Bro, I'm new to the tournament. First time playing competitive. I registered for the tournament you are hosting. So how to communication will be set between players, and thanks for hosting the tournament. Arey, join my Discord. You can actually, you will have communication with your player in the Limitless. Where exactly it is explained in a video that I have posted in the announcement. You can just check with my Discord, like, you know, people will help you out over there, like क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, like how you can do stuff like that. People will help you out. Mamoswine ka momos.
It could potentially miss,
Bhai?
but if it does connect, then it would just be Rock Tomb into the Dragonite, Flamethrower KO into the Corviknight. And yeah, we're seeing that.
Bro, मैं आपको आजकल के अंदर भेज दूंगा आपका Staraptor team का match.
Is able to get that solid one-hit KO on the opposing Corviknight.
There goes.
And now there is just the Dragonite on Ina's team to get through. Annihilate finds its mark with that Rock Tomb. That's a double knockout on Ina's side of the field.
If you had recommended a team based around Mega Star, what will be the team? Oh, I'm actually using one of the Wolfie's team. I used it in the previous tournament, but it is completely a physical attacking team, which I would not highly recommend. But there is a Sand team with the T-Tar and Mega Staraptor in the same team. So that's actually pretty doing good because you have a counter for Sun. You know, you have pretty good team, and you have also Delphox and Mega Staraptor team, which covers a lot of stuff. So, you know,
on both sides of the field. You know, both of our trainers identifying that Intimidate is an incredible ability in competitive VGC, lowering those physical attacks of opposing Pokemon using either Incineroar or Arcanine respectively to be able to demonstrate that so beautifully. But also I want to talk a little bit about the Dragonite.
Bro just won 2 versus 1.
They didn't have to worry about the Intimidates.
Yeah, and then the Dragon Claws would have been doing a lot more damage. And like mentioned, I think that even though the Mega Metagross didn't achieve anything in the game because it protected and then got KO'd, I think that was still the correct way round of Mega Evolution, because preserving the inner focus so that you didn't get intimidated, so that it couldn't be faked out, was quite useful. And the Dragon Claws would have been doing a lot more damage. The Earthquake does more damage as well, because Mega Dragonite does lose a tiny bit of physical attack, but of course, if it did Mega Evolve, the Flamethrower would have been able to pick up the knockout on the Venusaur. So there are trade-offs for going for that Mega Evolution or not going for that Mega Evolution. And something as well is that the Metagross undersped the Charizard. And Mega Metagross naturally outspeeds Charizard.
See, there is a comment saying that this isn't what I had in mind regarding the competition, but seeing how people that are not known for Pokemon battle is definitely interesting. So this is actually cool.
But yeah, unfortunately the Mega Evolution just wasn't able to be utilized.
Hey, let's go! Yeah, Staraptor Delphox team is really doing great.
But the Mega Evolution on Mike's side was expertly done.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, Charizard is one of the best competitive Pokemon in the game for a reason. And I think Mike was able to showcase it so beautifully. Getting that one-hit KO with the Solar Beam as well. You know, you could have easily gone for something like the Heat Wave, but why risk the potential miss? You can get that guaranteed damage down onto the opposing Mamoswine. But then, of course, Aina did make adaptations on that, and I don't believe brought the Mamoswine in game 2.
No, it was dropped in the second game. It was for the Metagross. Yes, because it was Dragonite that Mega Evolved before, and and unfortunately the Metagross didn't achieve what Aina was looking for there. And like you mentioned, being able to recognize the path to victory that is the least volatile is a skill in Pokemon. Yes, Heat Wave and Sludge Bomb would probably just win the game if Heat Wave connects, but recognizing that, yes, I have this 100% accurate move instead, and that will definitely win me the game. That is a skill that is able to be developed in Pokemon, working out, do I need to take this risk of, I must connect this Heat Wave, and therefore I will take the slight risk, or do I have a guaranteed path to victory? Oh, I've recognized it, I will therefore take it.
I think another path to victory for Mike was the utility of that Venusaur, a Pokemon that he said was actually one of his favorite.
Nah, there is no giveaways in the season 2, bye. There is no giveaway in the season 2.
Now, I like to use Venusaur from time to time using Sleep Powder, but the accuracy is not always on my side. Maybe I need to make it my favorite Pokemon, because clearly Mike had such a good bond with it that it was able to find that accuracy.
Well, you mentioned the Mega Venusaur was his favorite Pokemon just in general, right?
That's true.
So maybe it is that bond that he's already been able to form with a Venusaur that allowed him to...
Hello, Justmate. Hello, Spurs. What's up, Suguru? What?
The volatility.
That cat will never
in the game, but was utilized very nicely. Getting that Dragonite to sleep immediately on that first turn gave a huge swing of momentum. So recognizing, yes, this is a slight risk, but it paid off, and it paid off big time.
I think it's beautiful as
भाई
well.
वो किससे पूछ रहा है? मेरे से पूछ रहा है.
With their favorites, and that's exactly what Mike was able to do in that last game. So I think it's time to hear from both of our competitors from that last match and hear their thoughts after the game.
Thank you so much, Jamie and Lou. I am now joined by Mike and Anya. How are we feeling after this match?
I feel a little bit pressure, but really fun. Yeah.
How about you, Mike?
I'm feeling quite out of breath. My heart is racing. That was really difficult.
I mean,
Guys, वहाँ पे Arcanine देखो यार. Look at that Arcanine, man.
You with the team?
My godson Charlie, yes, he taught me for a couple of hours on how to play.
And that's so sweet of you,
basically.
Mike.
We've had help with selecting the team as well. I think I've got a really strong team, which allowed me to make a few mistakes then, and I got let off, luckily.
How did you feel going into this particular matchup here?
Quite nervous and underprepared. I mean, we've had one day to learn how to play this Pokemon.
Hours.
Just hours. So I think we've done very well considering.
Yeah, please share
And
it
it's
on the
quite brave
Discord.
coming
Now
from
we'll
your
check
own
it out.
competitions here, and then maybe try out our Pokemon Champions
Who
competition.
need
here
Vaporeon
on
life
stage.
space?
About your teams. we talked
No
about
comments,
yours.
guys. No comments on
Who's
that.
your favorite Pokemon from your team in this particular competition?
Yes, my favorite Pokemon is Dragonite because it's so strong. Always helps the team. Yeah. In this case, no, but yes.
Wasn't quite pulling through in this setup, but for you, like, you had a
I can't
team of,
find
like,
Mega Delphox and Mega
all-star
Cyber team.
Pokemon,
Can you just
Charizard,
name the
Venusaur,
Pokemon, please?
Garchomp. In this
Can you
particular
just
match, like,
name
who
the
was your
Pokemon?
favorite after that
I
first
mean, what do you
round?
mean by that?
I
Mega
think
Staraptor and
Venusaur was
Delphox
my
team is
favourite.
available on the internet. You can just check it out. Or Mahir can
Charizard,
provide you that.
Mega Evolving, that's always a bonus.
Share it on Discord. It's your Discord
But we'll see.
from
I've got
tonight.
a couple
Huh?
more Pokemon to come out later.
Huh?
And like how? I mean, people at home might be
I
wondering.
got like
still not a
downright
leading
shit
champion.
Pokemon on
I heard
home.
that
Is
you
it
wanna, like, switch over
okay?
to maybe like gravy wrestling, is that correct?
It's always on the list to do. Yes, if I'm in time to do it this year, I'd love to do that in August. We'll have to see.
Oh.
In August this year, yeah. We also have the Pokemon World Championships in August later this year. So a lot of titles to be reigned this summer. All right.
Crazy,
thank you so much
crazy,
hearing
crazy.
from both of you in this round. We're going to give you a little break before we jump into the next semifinals. But we're actually going to throw back straight to the casters to hear how our next semifinalists are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh,
That's
semi-finalists.
cool, Charlie. Congratulations, my friend. You picked the best name going. Welcome back, everybody.
Jamie
Charlie
Boyd
married by
and
name,
Charlie
married by nature on the desk
chasing
here
draw.
with Jamie Boyd. Boyd by name, Boyd by name. What is a Boyd? What is a Boyd?
I don't know. I've had Boyd used as a verb before.
There are
To
two
Boyd, yeah, to Boyd,
semi-finals
to
and
be
one
Boyded,
finals are
I've heard
remaining.
very
So we are
recently
done
as
with
well
all the
from some of my
qualifiers.
close friends, and
Ooh.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to
So
be
we are
a
having
compliment
best
or an
games
insult,
to
but of
watch.
course
That's
I'm
why I
gonna take
started
it on
streaming
board.
right now.
Well, right
So
now,
thoda
you have
stream
just
pe
been
dekh
pointed,
lenge and then we can
everybody.
end it up.
Fantastic. We've concluded our quarterfinals, and now we'll be getting into our semi-finals. And the first one we'll be bringing you is from our Germany champion, Nila, our hobby horsing champion, going up against Ichabod Fame, our air guitar champion from Canada. Yes, that's right, our air guitar superstar going up against our High Chief of hobby horsing. And let's take a look at our top four bracket right now, because of course we know that our second semi-finals match will be between Aurel and Mike.
Yeah, I think something to point out is that there has been no third game so far. It was a clean 2-0 for all trainers that were able to advance into this top four bracket. So very, very nicely done from them. But now you're going up against someone who was able to be victorious, and therefore someone has to end up falling in this top four match. But are we going to be able to make it to that third game? Because that's what we always love to see, right?
Absolutely we do. The nails are going to be bitten, everybody, as the tension rises. Jamie, I wonder if Ichabod Fame's favourite
Mahir
piece
to
to
kya
play
kar
on
raha hai
air
bhai?
guitar is We Air the Champions. That was dreadful. That was
Vix
absolutely
directly
dreadful.
directly worlds
Three
by
out of 10.
directly
Of course, 8 out of
worlds.
10 previously.
It's absolutely up to you. 3 out of 10. You know what? I deserve that. I deserve that. You know, on the fly, we'll roll with it. We will roll with it. Of course, if you're just tuning in, everybody, first of all, what are you doing? You want to go back and check the stream because we have been
Next
seeing
directly
competitive
worlds.
Pokemon action flying left, right, and center. So exciting right here in London, and we're about to see Nila go up against Ichabod, our hobby horsing champion, go up against our air guitar champion. They have learned Pokemon champions for the first time in the past 24 hours or so, and now
Crazy.
they'll be able to pit their skills up against each
They
other.
are in
They made it through their
dude,
quarterfinals.
imagine
Let's
you
see
learn
who will
Pokemon
be our
champion
first
within
grand
24
finalist
hours and
here
you are
in
in
London.
semi-finals. Are you crazy? and one of them gonna make it to the finals. That's crazy, man. So crazy.
It's semi-final time here at the Champion of Champions.
And guess
tournament.
what? We have
Wait, I'm
Rerizo!
so proud of them right now.
Yeah, I was honestly really impressed with both of them in that first round. I mean, Ichabod, both of his core strategies, the mouse hold and annihilate in game 1 was extremely strong. He piloted that amazingly. And then in game 2, he even adjusted, switched it up to Whimsicott and Mega Star, and that got out of control as well, and that was really strong. He was able to just barely carve out that second victory, so really impressed by Ichabod.
Dude, are we
And then
seeing
Neela
a
was
Mega
incredibly well played
Aggron
in,
team over
her
there?
First round. It honestly looked like no different than if I would have watched, VGC Regional or International Championship. The way she piloted that Trick Room team, getting Torkoal in safely every time under Trick Room, ensuring that
Okay, we can see a Trick Room team, and we can also see a Metagross Whimsicott team as well.
I think this is going to be a really good match. I honestly don't know who's going to win this match, but I know it's going to be a good one and maybe even take us to 3 games. We'll see.
Oh yeah, the coveted 3 games give us a little bit of extra action to be able to behold. But I think you make a good point as well. Neela obviously being so good with that Trick Room team, but now you have to contend with the masterful play that Ichabod is bringing. Do you think she's ready for Population Bomb Mousehold?
Yeah, that just does so much damage. But another thing Ichabod
The
has
pop
that he was
bomb.
telling me,
I
the
think
roar on his
only
Mega
the
Aggron
way
ability
Mega
to,
Aggron can be played here
get
is to
that
KO
free
that
grab off the field before it can
not the
actually use
Ferrijiraf,
Trick Room. So we'll see
Torkoal
if that
also,
comes up, but
Torkoal
Neela
also,
does
yeah.
have those fire type Pokemon. So it's going to be tough if Aggron can actually pull that off, or if, like you said, the Population Bomb Mousehold just does so much damage that it just overwhelms the Farigiraf. We'll have to see.
We certainly will, and I know both of our trainers are ready and raring to go as well. So I wonder whether Trick Room will indeed be able to reign supreme once again, or if the Annihilate Mousehold is going to have something to say about it. Let's get ready and go to the action right away.
What the fuck is air guitar? Air guitar is also an instrument where you play guitar on, like, on the air, like on the fingers there will be mechanic on it.
So yeah, we're going to be seeing Ichabod doing exactly the same thing here. Of course, that was over a decade ago at this point, but back in my day, as we like to say.
Oh my
that is
god.
a viable strategy of beating our Trick Room, because Raw has -6 priority, Trick Room has -7 priority, and I am a maths teacher. -6 is slightly bigger than -7, so it's going to be able to stop that.
Okay.
If that is an option that Ichabod wants to go for.
Oh, Aggroness roar! Won't let up Trick Room. Crazy! There's no protect. Oh my god, there's no protect on Aggron.
The VGC strategies are plenty going on. Mouse
Okay, oh, Wildlands beat up and Population Bomb, Rage Fist, Annihilate, Staraptor and dude, this is literally a combination team. You know, Mousehold with Annihilate, Whimsicott with Staraptor. Oh my god.
Staraptor's contrary ability, and that bird can get out of hand very quickly. The Sinister, meanwhile, can switch in on any of those compositions in order to provide a little bit of all-important healing.
Yeah,
but अभी तो ये Zardwai से face off ही नहीं किया ना.
And it's going to be quite tricky to work out which one he wants to go for. But looking at either side of the field, there is a very obvious strategy that we saw piloted to expertise in that very first quarterfinal.
No protect on Metagross.
Trick Room strategy with the Incineroar, or maybe even just parting
No protect on Ferrijiraf.
Trick Room sweepers with the Torkoal, and then just spamming those massive eruptions.
No protect on Incineroar. 3 Pokemons are not having protect.
Damage.
Yeah, I really love this. Reducing speed's stat alignment on the Torkoal as well. The quiet nature. This means that in Trick Room, it should be
dude,
the first thing
not running a heat wave and running a flamethrower should be a crime. It should be a crime. Not running a heat wave rather than running a flamethrower should be a crime.
4 different types. That means that Neela can cover for all sorts of options that Ichabod can go for. You want all that type coverage. You want to be dealing as much damage as possible. After all, Pokemon is a game about claiming knockouts. Jamie, we've got Gardevoir and Lucario staring each other down in the ring there. Which is your choice out of those two?
Arrested.
Lucario was the raw Pokemon that I brought to my very first tournament because it had inner focus and was able to stop Trick Room without the fake out. But unfortunately, Mega Aggron does not have access to that. It's going to have to just go for that roll without the support of any inner focus.
Okay, let's go.
The strategy that Ichabod wants to go for as we get into this first semi-final here. There's that classic.
Ferrijiraf and okay, fake outs coming in.
And there we
go. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Aggron
Fake out is coming in right away.
Be the raw angle that
We can
Ichabod is going
see
for.
a fake
Make
out
some
coming in
noise the
right
venue
away.
at home, everybody. We're getting into our first semi-final here at the Champion of Champions in London. It's so cool to see this Aggron on the field, a Pokemon that really.
There's
can
only
soak
one
up
way
so
she could
much
have
damage,
stopped
but
that
another
Aggron
can
doing
very
a
much
roar.
Run away with the game as well. But the big question here is, can Neela set up the Trick Room before Ichabod removes the Farigiraf?
The way to stop it would be faking out the Aggron, and with the Defiant boost, you should still be able to survive a close combat. Oh no, it's not even close combat, it's not the Sash one, it's the bulk up version. So Drain Punch definitely won't be able to KO the opposing Farigiraf. It will still do some very, very good damage here. And of course you do want to be getting that Mega Evolution going so that you can increase your defenses a huge amount, get that filter abilities going, so if it was Flare Blitz immediately into the Aggron, then it wouldn't be doing as much here. And there is no fake out, so that's
Ooh!
knockout with
No
the Drain
fake
Punch
out,
into
what?
the Incineroar.
No
So if this
fake
is
out,
a
what?
raw
Are you
Farigiraf
serious?
was going for Trick Room, that will activate first, and there will be no Trick Room, and there it is!
Are you
Couldn't have been
serious?
a better first turn for Ichabod Fabian. Look at that. He might be an air guitarist, but doing a drum solo. And he knows how to work
Dude,
the camera.
are
There
you
it goes,
serious
strumming
of not
all the
running
way
trick-
to the
fake
top.
out Trick
And now
Room?
the
Ki
Torkoal
kya hai?
is coming in a very sad position
What?
indeed. There's no Trick Room set up. That Torkoal is moving last of everything on the next turn.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. And yeah, that's not even the Farigiraf joining the field for Nina here, because then
Two
you
special
just roll
attackers
again,
right now.
most likely. So that's very, very smart to go into that.
Here the
Sylveon to
threat
try and
is
actually
Torkoal
threaten
because
them
I
to
think
annihilate, because it is
Aggron
a backup,
tanks
not the
Sylveon
Focus
like
version.
this.
It's probably going to be dropped to the very type of attacks that's coming out from the Sylveon. Maybe not the
This
main
just
boss, 'cause
shows
that's
that
not
not no
usually
shit.
selected, but we'll have to see if that's going to be the move of choice coming out from that Sylveon.
Dude, the
Of course,
best call
Torkoal
was going
wanted
for
to
a
be
fake
going
out
for a
on,
full power
you
around,
know,
but ultimately
Aggron,
its attacks
setting up the
first,
trick
and the
room,
filter
getting the
ability
Torkoal
should
out,
be able to
done.
allow
You
Aggron
got the
to
game.
survive if the
But
Torkoal
what
does
the
some
hell was
damage,
she
or if
trying
it
to
goes for a
do?
single target
Okay,
attack
Drain
instead,
Punch gonna
'cause, yeah,
do a
it can't
lot
go for
there.
Eruption
Is it
at
gonna
the
be a
point, clearly,
flamethrower?
it's taken over half damage.
Very nice, and this Annihilate now taking a big super effective Hyper Voice from the Sylveon. Of course, the pixelate ability.
Critical hit on
making
Aggron,
normal
doing a
type
half
very
of a
tough. The
damage.
Aggron receives
Will it be a
critical hit there too.
flamethrower, guys?
Still
If it is a
resists
flamethrower,
those
it's gonna
very
do a
tough
lot.
moves.
But
But all
Earthquake
that
coming in,
damage
which is
can
gonna
really
KO.
help. And now the
No, it
Earthquake
didn't
coming out
KO.
as well.
Is it
The
gonna be a
Corona Shield,
flamethrower?
Aggron is here to be a wall rather.
Arre
than
yaar, why
a
would you run an
offensive
eruption,
piece.
dude?
The eruption onto the Aggron. It's going to take it better thanks to the filter, but still it's brought down oh so low.
Dude,
here
you're
to
not in a trick room. Why
7%.
would you run this?
Yeah, the filter there, very
Hey,
necessary
this
to be able to
is
survive, because that reduces the damage.
it's rage
from
bait,
super
guys.
effective
It's
hits, and
rage
that
bait.
was a super effective hit. Granted, it was not the strongest.
It's a rage
because
bait.
that Torkoal has
It's a
taken
rage bait.
so much damage here, but now you should just be able to go for population
Pop bomb,
will
pop
KO the
bomb,
Sylveon,
pop
given
bomb.
that it's the technician version of the Mousehold, and then just go for that follow-up Earthquake to be able to KO the Torkoal, and you wouldn't even care that you're Earthquaking your own Mousehold. I don't think the Body Press might be able to KO the Torkoal, because
Yeah.
both Aggron and Torkoal are very physically defensive. Obviously, Aggron is one of the most
Quick
physically
attack, quick
defensive
attack from
we
the
have in the
Sylveon.
game, and could be able to
Quick
pick up
attack
the
from the
knockout.
Sylveon. No,
Text
there's no
Torkoal,
quick
this is
attack.
populations into bomb into the Sylveon. That's going to be able to knock it out so
No.
long as
It all connects. 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, maximum of 10 hits, 5, and it's enough. Everyone has a chance of missing, albeit a very slim one. Thanks.
Is
to
it
that
gonna be
wide
Earthquake,
range
which will
and
do?
that's
Oh no,
a
it's a
lot.
body press.
What's brilliant
It's a
is
body
seeing
press.
everybody
Brilliant.
on
He
the
didn't
stage
attack his
having
own
great fun
mouse hold. That's
and
actually
that's
good.
what it is all
Dude,
about, Pokemon Champions. You
Ichabod
can
Fame is
find out
actually
that
doing
right
great.
now
Ichabod
as the
Fame is
Torkoal
actually
able
doing
to
great.
ping off some attacks. Thanks to the
Farigiraf
protection.
coming in.
Now,
Farigiraf,
Roar's
which was
next
switched out due to a
These
roar.
Pokemon are a fish out of water right now.
Yeah, but at least you can't be roared away now. This is
Yeah.
one of the ways of being able to beat Raw as a anti-Trick Room strategy is lose 2 Pokemon. You can't roar me anymore because I can't roar out. Therefore, I will just be able to get Trick Room. So I think the angle that Nina would have to go for is a double protect on the Torkoal and then be able to get that Trick Room set up. But
Go call
no,
the
go
call
on
the judge.
offensive
I
with
didn't
that Torkoal
I didn't
outside of Trick Room.
what? I
But
didn't.
can the Torkoal withstand
My
the attack
opponent
coming
for
its way
second
as the
round in
population
floor.
on this
No,
time goes to
just
Farigiraf?
call the
1,
judge or like you
2,
will get to know.
3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times 7, 8,
8,
9,
9.
10, it gets it! And that is how you secure a 1, or should it be 10, hit knockout
Crazy!
in Pokemon Champions, everybody. Population 1 from Mousehold. My favorite
Mouse
of the
hold is
generation
crazy.
Pokemon.
And
then the
guys,
follow-up
it's
attack
only
from the
one
Mega
Analyp
Aggron,
which
and
got
that is
sacrificed.
Torkoal
Dude,
down as well.
she
Oh
would
my
have
goodness
won the game
gracious me.
if she had
Ichabod
done the
Fame
fake
has
out and
given us
trick
an
room.
absolute masterclass here. in
Nella would
Pokemon
have won the
Champions.
game if
We
she had
are the
done fake out and
champions.
trick room,
Maybe that was
guys.
exactly the song that you should be rocking out to, because it could be the one that secures their crown.
Okay, given that performance, I'm upgrading to a 5 out of 10 now with that one. So
There we go.
yeah, very nicely done. And we mentioned that Farigiraf is incredibly difficult to be able to knock out in one attack. I'm going to clarify one attack because one hit, no, not quite one hit. So it is a one move knockout that was able to take care of that Photograph because it went for the Mental Herb as an item choice over what is more classically used as the Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry would have allowed the Photograph to be able to survive that, but no.
Glad that Maushol doesn't have Scrappy, guys. People are like glad Maushol doesn't have Scrappy and it has Technician. But yeah, Scrappy wouldn't have mattered.
Any move can miss. Yes, it's only a 1% chance for each move to miss, but that does add up.
Ooh,
to
she's a
something
champion
like
of
60%
Hobby
chance.
Horse. That's
All 10, and that is
crazy.
necessary to be able to knock out. It needed all 10 into that Photograph. So that is something to keep in mind, that yes, you can one-shot this Photograph. So it could even be just like Aggron and Mousehole as well if you wanted to threaten.
I am betting all on Ichabod, lol.
That was probably necessary for Neela, because if that had been fake out into Aggron, yes, you lose your Incineroar.
Sup, Toad?
That
What's
is
up? Welcome
exactly what you
to
want
the
on hard trick
stream.
of strategies. Lose the Pokemon that supports
Guys,
you.
the only way she can win this is going for a fake out from the this thing and setting up the trick room. That's the best option she has. If she doesn't do the fake out again, I don't know what is she trying to do here.
Finalist here in the Champion of Champions. If Neela wins this, we go to a decisive third game. Gonna be Sylveon and Metagross. Complete switch up from Neela here, and now it's Annihilate and Aggron going with the tried and tested what worked for Ichabod in the previous game.
Yeah, that's a really, really smart adaptation coming out from Neela here, because you can threaten that Annihilate with your Zen Headbutts. You can assume that Metagross should outspeed the Annihilate. It's definitely naturally faster by quite a bit.
No, I'm
So long as
actually
it's trained fast
watching a
enough, you
tournament.
can
Why would I
outspeed
play?
And should one-shot the opposing Annihilate. You can't even switch in like a Frengard Mousehold because it's the Technician one. Frengard would have probably allowed it to survive, but now this is a great position, especially because the Aggron does not have Heavy Slam, one of its classic same type attack bonus moves that it has as coverage. It opted for the Earthquake instead, so you can very freely just launch that Zen Headbutt into the Annihilate, and yes, the Hyper Voice won't.
Oh, what is my rank right now? I haven't seen, but I'm at very low because I played with Cheetah team. Now I lost a lot. Hey yo, Duck, what's up? Welcome.
That was what was coming. Annihilate though is able to go for the
Ooh,
bulk
bulk up.
Could it be a Zen Headbutt headed its way? At least we'll be able to take it better.
Earthquake.
No, just the Earthquake now. So the Mega Aggron is going to be able to take this so well, thanks to its filter ability, reducing the damage of super effective moves.
Ooh.
And not being a native ground type Pokemon.
Ooh, there's no stab damage though. There's no stab damage. Metagross won't do much. Aggron's gonna take it like... Oh, what is this internet issue? Why is this internet issue coming right now?
That does mean that the power of Earthquake
Iron
will suffer, but now
defense!
this Mega Aggron can get its iron defense going. It was defensive already, and now it's got a +2 boost to its physical. Ichabod is gonna want to make this Aggron impossible to remove.
Yeah, the only
This
way
is
to
gonna
now
be
is gonna able
so
to
bad.
attacks going. And yes, Sylveon won't
No
do
stab
too
and
much with the
filter
Hyper Voice,
ability,
but it
yep.
will start to add up. The Torkoal in the back, well, hopefully the Torkoal in the back for Neela's sake, to be able to take care of this Aggron is going to be what's necessary. If you Mega Evolve, you should be able to outspeed the Annihilate, and even with the Bulk Up, you should be able to KO it through that defense boost because of the Tough Claws boosting up that Mega Metagross. And there we go, there is that Mega Evolution now. So potentially keeping its the clear body active in case there was a Staraptor switching in the back, but now being able to go on the offensive here. Is the Bulk Up going to allow this Zen Headbutt to not
Here we
KO
go with the Tough Claws.
KO's Annihilate, bulk up didn't get resisted. Okay, that's crazy.
Crucial Pokemon here. Annihilate is going back to its
But
Pokeball,
dude,
and Neela
Metagross
has
gonna
an advantage
kick
here
in.
Game 2. Again, Neela has to win this to take us to a Game 3. If Ichabod wins, then they are our first grand finalist. Yes,
Body
the
press,
Mega
which is
Aggron
not gonna
resisting
do
that
much.
Hyper Voice handily. The body
Oh my
press
god, the
no
resistance Pokemon did that much of a damage though.
Does damage based
Oh
on
my
your
god,
defense stat,
resistant
and as
got
we know,
that
this
much of
Mega
a
Aggron
damage. That's
has a +2 to
crazy.
its physical defense here. So now Ichabod decides which Pokemon to switch
Getting
in
the
from back.
Maushol!
Those fearsome yet cute Mousehold.
Yeah, and it's not going to be able to do too much damage to the opposing Metagross, though. Of course, Metagross
It's
does
cooking in
resist
Master
that
Ball. Yeah,
population
yeah,
bomb
it's cooking
and
really
has
good.
Fantastic physical defense. Maybe not as good as Mega Aggron has, but should be 3 shots by the population bomb from the Mousehold. So it probably does need to be population bomb into that Sylveon just to deal with it, because you saw how much damage the resisted Hyper Voice single target was able to do to that Mega Aggron. That's the one that's going to be able to threaten some really good damage in the Aggron. The Earthquake's going to do like, what, 8% based on the previous damage?
Sylveon getting switched out.
There from that Sylveon. Incineroar going to
Will it gonna be Incineroar? Okay, dropping the attack on both the side.
Really good.
Population
Neela's showing what
bomb's
to
gonna-
play at this game as the population bomb into the Incineroar. With the Intimidate, that's 1, that's 2, that's
that's so
3,
close.
that's 4, that's 5.
Citrus Berry getting
Our Citrus
activated. Yeah.
going to be taken out of healing. Seems like Ichabod maybe forgot that, given their reaction on the stage there. But it seems like, yeah, Mousehole connects all 10 of them, and
Would've done it.
Incineroar down to a quarter of its HP. The
Which is
Earthquake,
gonna
though,
KO Incineroar.
Incineroar alongside.
Arey
And the
yaar,
Mousehole take it
what is
pretty handily here.
happening?
Oh my goodness me, the action is intense. The Pokemon moves are flying left, right, and center, and so are those KOs. Now the Aggron can get another Iron Defense +4 to its
She didn't
physical
get any
defense
special
here.
attackers,
And now, these
excluding
trainers, everything
Sylveon.
on the line. Let's see what Neela will be switching in.
Yeah, and if it's the Sylveon, it's got to be a protect and target down the mouse.
Dude, Nila should have played the Trick Room team, man. Why is she even playing this?
Torkoal waiting in the back as your answer to Mega Aggron, then same thing. You need to be able to deal with this mouse hold before you can get that damage. Yes, the Earthquake did look kind of pitiful against that Mega Aggron, but I think that probably does now just about put it in range of a single target Hyper Voice. Mousehold has been taken down to basically half HP.
Chat is hilarious.
It's gonna be close if it's going to be in range of attack.
Protect and another Earthquake coming in. Mousehold's gonna go for a pop bomb on what? Oh, it's gonna go for Sylveon. Yep, that's the thing. That's the what she has to go for.
An Earthquake, the Sylveon keeping itself safe here. It's going to be great damage. Is the filter
But it's not gonna do much on Aggron. Oh! Mousehold survived it. That's crazy. Body press going for this thing and body press. Oh, dude, that neutral damage doing a lot there. Neutral damage doing a lot there.
Capabilities of Mega Metagross.
Can't outstall the wall.
Impressive there. That Mega Aggron was very.
Wall is doing crazy, guys. The wall is doing crazy.
Such a strong attack, but able to survive that attack. Very nicely done. But the mouse hold.
Imagine if Aggron wins the tournament, chat. Just imagine if Aggron wins the tournament for the first ever time. Pokemon champion history. Aggron won the tournament.
Yes, Protect is a move that gets much more likely to fail with each time you click it, and now the population bomb, just 3 hits, enough to send Sylveon scampering back to Neela, and this Mega Metagross going for yet another Earthquake here. The
Aggron, the wall it is, guys, the wall it is.
But now Ichabod
Nella had a good mons, but he doesn't. She doesn't have experience to counter the wall.
To KO this Metagross finally, and Neela will have to reveal their 4th and final Pokemon as well.
Aggron, I think only Aggron can be called the wall, not the Steelix. Yeah, I mean Steelix is like, it is having a wide guard and stuff like that.
So yes, it was the Torkoal, but that Aggron is going to get some extra.
Why were you wasting your time and not getting Torkoal, man? Are you serious?
If you're at full HP, but yeah, you're going to have to take that +4 body press on the way, and I think the Torkoal would probably survive based on the fact that Metagross survived. Torkoal is basically as defensive, maybe slightly less defensive, so maybe it's going to be close, but then the Sinister should just be able to follow up with a tiny bit more damage as well, and that combination should be able to KO this Torkoal, because this Shadow Ball is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Shadow Ball Torkoal is not so known for its special defense. He got physical and special defense in this game.
3 body press up and Torkoal goes away.
That's going to be enough for the KO. We have our first grand finalist here at the Champion of Champions. It's Ichabod.
There you go, Ichabod going for the finals. This is crazy. I mean, Ichabod having a crazy start. Like, he has Staraptor, he has Aggron, he also has, like, you know, it's pretty good. It's doing pretty good. I'll just come, guys. I'll just come.
Trick Room's not up. That's an easy first game for Ichabod. It got a little bit more awkward in that second game because Nina made a fantastic adjustment. Like, no Ferrograph, no Trick Room at all. Just going on the offensive. And the Metagross was putting on a lot of offensive pressure. The Sylveon was the counter to Mega Aggron. That doesn't usually make sense, but because it was Earthquake instead on the Mega Aggron rather than Heavy Slam, it could have been. And it could have been maybe protecting the Sylveon and Iron Head into the Mouse Hold. Maybe Zen Headbutt as well would have been able to KO. Earthquake just not quite two-shotting the Mouse Hold. And if that would have been a KO on the first turn that Sylveon protected, that could have been the follow-up single target Hyper Voice. And yes, the Earthquake looked pitiful from the Mega Metagross on that first hit into it and did like 8%, but that probably put it in range of Hyper Voice, so that could have been the way back into that game for Neela.
Yeah, very interesting and fine margins indeed. So our air guitar superstar has bettered our High Chief of Hobby Horsing. My goodness me, Jamie. Ichabod fame is looking so strong. It's going to take a real champion to be able to try and overcome what Ichabod is bringing to the tournament today, just because there's so many modes that this team has access to. And Ichabod is a trainer who for the past month, as soon as they knew they were doing this, has been practicing Pokemon Champions. And you can do it too. You can download it on your mobile for free right now. You don't even need a Nintendo Switch. So get involved in all of the competitive Pokemon action, and it could well be standing Ichabod in very good stead.
Yeah, it was very, very nicely done. You could see the thought process going into that game, and the strategy's paying off very, very nicely. We've said there's a few modes available on Ichabod's team. You've got the Mouse Hold and Annihilate. Well, it wasn't Mouse Hold and Annihilate, it was Annihilate with Mouse Hold in the back. That's perfectly fine as well, especially because it's the offensive Mouse Hold. Very accurate so far with all the population bombs. Of course, there's that tiny chance that it can miss, and if that had happened, or maybe the Farigiraf with the 10 hits that was necessary, it could have got that Trick Room up in future turns. Mouse Hold, I've been very impressed with it so far.
Well, I think it's time that we heard from Lou and Ichabod and indeed Neela. We air the champions indeed, our air guitar superstar, alongside our high chief of hobby horsing. Let's go over there and pit their brains.
Let's go!
What another incredible match. What a way to kick things off for the semi-final. How are we both feeling after that epic showdown?
Yeah, I don't have words yet.
You'll find them, you'll find them.
Yeah, it was a crazy match, but it was very fun, so I'm fine.
Found any words?
Yes, Trick Room is terrifying at all times, and so I feel like, especially when you then changed into Game 2, I went, I don't know what to do off the top here. Uh-oh. So, yeah.
I think as well that was something that was quite credible to you. I mean, Game 1 didn't quite go your way. Mousehold kind of rained on your parade a little bit. But in Game 2, you made an incredible adjustment. Talk us through what you were thinking bringing those new Pokemon.
Yeah, I was thinking I can't go any further with my normal strategy, so I had to try and do something else. So I just chose other Pokemon that maybe could do more damage. It didn't work out, but it was worth a try.
Hey, it did some great stuff. You took down that Annihilate pretty easily.
Yeah.
That must have felt good, right?
Yeah, true.
It was a good moment for sure. But I have to say, turn 1, Game 1.
मैंने पहले ही चबोट पे सट्टा लगा था. Why do we need only switches to participate in the champions? I mean, I don't know. Officially, Pokemons are not in a comfortable state to control the crowd as well, and mobile players can do a lot of shenanigans. And yo, Noah, Rishi Gupta, what's up? Welcome.
To see if I get a bit of advantage.
And then certainly you were able to reap the rewards from that, right?
Yeah, got lucky there.
Well, it was great to see as well in Game 2, going for all these setup moves and Aggron being so strong. Has it been one of the Pokemon you were really looking forward to showcasing?
Very much so, yes. Yeah, just the big tanky boy.
We could see that for sure, and it still dealt out loads of damage.
Yes, the body press is awesome, but then I realized there was all of this special attack, which I have no defense against, and I went, just smile and pretend that it'll be okay.
Well, it feels like with every single game, as new, competitive Pokemon trainers, you're both learning every single game. I mean, what has today's experience been like for you?
It's been crazy. Like, I learned a lot about Pokemon these last 2 days. And I've learned that I hate the mice.
They just had to switch Wolfie for 1 month, they will become pretty good, lol.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there is a lot of way, okay?
Yeah, very, very good. And I think I will continue to play Pokemon sometimes because now I know a lot, so it's
Mission
fun.
accomplished then. We've got another person into competitive
True,
Pokemon.
yeah.
What about yourself? What's the experience been like, working with Ray and then getting this team ready?
Oh, it feels just like a spring training at the fastest speed. Like you don't have a nice I'm going to figure out a thing one by one. No, it's all right, on today you're going to learn everything. And it was amazing, but I spent the whole rest of last night just being zoned out, just brain full.
I know that feeling quite well. Before a tournament, you got to lock in. There's so much to remember, but you get through it. One final question, though, for yourself here. You're now a grand finalist here at the Champion of Champions tournament. What are you thinking? How are you feeling ahead of that match?
There's a constant scream that's going on in the background, but outside of that,
Next regionals नहीं है, next directly worlds है. Worlds के बाद then regionals will be decided, like कहाँ से starting होगा. They had to watch Wolfie for 1 month, they will become pretty good, lol. Yeah, they have to, guys, do you know that Wolfie had hosted a invitational tournament and the guy who came runner up, so he actually reached champions rank. Like, dude, if you are you started playing for Pokemon for a month ago and you are reaching champions rank just because you were a part of a tournament which Wolfie hosted. I mean, the influence is too huge, guys. The influence is
Yes,
too
we
huge.
certainly are. Charlie Merriman on the desk, Merry by name, Merry by nature, alongside Barish Akshosh. We're going to be bringing you Mike versus Aurel. This is our stinging nettle eating champion going up against the master of cooking French fries. And Barish, what do you think Mike tells his godsons when they're misbehaving?
That's gonna sting.
मास्टर बॉल रैंक पे ऊपर के लिए क्या? अरे चैंपियंस रैंक इज लाइक वर्ल्ड्स टॉप 300 प्लेयर. लाइक इमेजिन वो बंदा जो चैंपियंस एक महीने पहले शुरू किया था उसने वर्ल्ड 300 बन गया. लाइक इमेजिन द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ बीइंग विद वुल्फी एंड द फ्रेंड्स के गैंग में खेलने के लिए. Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be the Mike, the Gardevoir guy? You know, the Toxapex guy.
Facing off each other.
And we don't know who's the another guy.
Team is capable of what practice they brought into this tournament, and now
Let's go, Wolfie for the
quarterfinals. Like what they can actually bring to the table in semis.
Yeah, bringing to the table exactly that taste of victory. Tuck in your napkin.
Yo, Toad! I saw you in the chat there itself.
Fantastic competitive Pokemon action. We saw Mike and of course Aurel earlier on, and their teams, they have so many techs up their sleeves, and I can't wait to remind us all of the teams that they will be bringing and seeing how they'll be matching up into each other. But everyone here is having such a good time. Everyone is just chilling out there. There's some pizza going on. I wonder if it's been tossed by Nicola, our pizza acrobatics champion as well. Just enjoying the competitive Pokemon action on a sunny afternoon here in London.
Yeah, I mean, now they're here in semifinals, getting ready on stage, showing off. I mean, we talked about both these players and their teams. What I really like is that you have this kind of, either you go for like a specific kind of strategy with your team, or what like Mike has brought to the table was like just an all-star team ensemble of Pokemon, and each of these Pokemon individually works really well and together as well, really well. Like it might be like beginner friendly to be like, hey, if I just have 6 strong Pokemon, and they all individually like do their tasks, so to say, I might have an easier way to victory. On the other side, we have seen some of the more setup strategies.
How could you become an air guitar champion? Playing Floro Cup? No. I'm actually streaming the Champions of the Champion tournament. My interest started from Nuzlocke, Romhawks, and saw Wolfie and watch his video every day. It's his good at the puzzle. Let's go, man. Because of Indian Wolfie, I reached Master Ball rank back to back. Who is that Indian Wolfie? I would love to know.
So maybe seeing how setup versus like maybe straightforward offensive teams can land their victory here on stage.
Yeah, really fascinating. And now let's go and hear from their coach, shall we? Ray Rizzo is on the stage ready to tell us more about these teams.
Thank you very much. Of course, yes, Ray, we've seen
Ray Rizzo!
So far, we've seen Aurel.
Ray Rizzo, guys! The 3-time world champion!
That Raichu Y that put on such a performance in that quarterfinal.
Yeah, in round 1 for both of these players, it was really well played on both ends, and I think overcoming
People are spamming Ray greater than Wolfie.
Like, oh, it's a little bit close, but then they were able to pull it through in the end, and I think that is a huge showcase to, just how...
Arre, that's so W, man. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. But yeah, I ain't that pro like Wolfie, but I give my best.
Because when looking at their teams,
I give my best.
they both have Charizard, but Aurel has the ability to, instead of bringing Charizard, he can Mega Evolve the Mega Raichu Y. And now suddenly that electric type damage. That's
What?
Charizard doesn't
What?
that, so that could be a very
What?
interesting
Wait,
adjustment because
there
these
is
players
two
still
weather
have
in this
to
team.
see
Like there is
one
Mega.
Mega Raichu
There's no
Y
Mega
is gonna have to
Swampert. It's a
watch out
normal
for, though,
Swampert.
the Garchomp on Mike's end because, of course, being a ground type, it's a
Bro,
huge
Nova
heads
Con
up
Perish, I
to
want it
come
back.
in for
Who
free
knows?
and
Maybe
just
you guys
knock
can
out
see
that
that
Raichu in
very
one hit.
soon
So
or not.
it's gonna
Who
be
knows?
very interesting to see how
Okay,
these
there's only
players
one weather here,
position
and if he does the Mega
Mega
Sun,
Raichu Y
it's
and
gonna give
Garchomp
advantage to his
to get
Venusaur.
them in safe positions to be able to capitalize on those advantages.
Mike Hobb is a
Of course, Mike said it's
netly
Pokemon
eating
Venusaur as
champion.
well. That could be an option that they go for, but we'll have to find out.
A
what
little
those
bit of
options
that,
are.
a little bit of this.
Let's get straight into this semi-final here.
Kind of a shame that we don't have a stinging nettle Pokemon, but Venusaur, I think, is going to be the next best thing for Mike here. But
Mike is
sure,
sitting towards
he's a champion
Gardevoir
French
again.
frying,
Those who
but
are
is he
sitting
gonna be
towards the
flying
Gardevoir
all
are
the
winning
way
the
through
tournament,
to
guys.
the
Letting you
champion
know.
position? Mike versus
Mike.
Aurel, the UK versus France here. And
Venusaur is at a good spot.
Raichu was just mentioning
Because Venusaur can do sleep powder on Charizard immediately.
Mike has some speed control control with the
But
sun,
Tailwind
like
can
with
give an
Charizard
advantage
Y
though.
and the chlorophyll ability on Venusaur. Venusaur also has Earth Power and the Life Orb combination, so that might be enough to actually take out Raichu before it can deal any damage or can like paralyze any of these Pokemon. So this time Charizard paired with Venusaur might be the difference in this matchup here. And
Pepsi sponsor
on top of
शायद
that,
भाई
Garchamp's
होता तो
also pairing
अच्छा
with
है नहीं
Yeah,
है.
and the Venusaur has
The
access to
blessing
sleep
of
powder, so
Gardevoir.
it could shut down any of Aurel's slots before they can move. Now, Aurel's team with this Swampert here, not a Pokemon that you might be that familiar with, and when we have seen it, we often see it with a Mega Stone, but this one actually holding the Citrus Berry. Wide Guard
Swampert
means
learns
that
a Wide
Aurel's
Guard.
team
That
gonna
is
be
crazy.
protected from any spread moves, like Heat Waves coming out from Charizard, for example, but Raichu was the star of the show last time around.
मेरा
I tell you what,
सट्टा
I think
Aurelie
the
Mestri
Charizard
ले
got
ले है. Okay, chat. You guys, put your
And of
bets.
course, the
Who gonna
advantage
win?
going into the
Who gonna win?
series
Because
is
this is
Venusaur
not like the
has
battle
seen
between
their opponent
pros. It's gonna
play
be
on
battle
stage,
between the ones
show
who are
their
new to
strategy
this
off,
game.
show their
तो
skill
तुम
set
लोग
off
कितने
here. So
लोग
maybe
माइक
you
को
can use that
सपोर्ट
to
कर
your
रहे हो
advantage
कितने
and
लोग
like, hey, I've seen
ऑरेली
like
को
Charizard
सपोर्ट कर रहे हो
and
let's
the
see who's
Garchomp
supporting
pairs
Mike,
may
who's
counter that
supporting
specifically. Sometimes
Gardevoir or
speed
Lopunny.
control
Guys,
gives that Whimsicott. Tailwind
Mike
is very
or
crucial
Aurelie
to
is the
ensure that
question, not
the
Gardevoir or
Raichu gets
Lopunny.
an attack off, or your Charizard is maybe faster in Tailwind than the opposing Venusaur and takes that out before it starts disrupting with Sleep Powder or maybe gets like a knockout with the Earth Power to the Raichu.
I think after strong Mons, Miraidon, Galaxy are added champions, Incineroar will be dominating more than Sneasler. Not just Incineroar, Rillaboom will be coming in. Rillaboom will also be conquering.
Who's going to be our second grand finalist here at the Champion of Champions in London? It's Swampert alongside Garchomp for Aurel and Charizard Incineroar for Mike.
Let's go!
What a great start here.
Oh my god, Intimidate going in on both Chomp and Swampert.
With the Solar Beam straight into the Swampert to be one and KO thanks to that quadruple weakness.
What is
Absolutely,
happening?
the king of the sting. Can
Why
they
was
reign
this?
supreme against Aurel, our French fry wise guy? We've got double ground over on Aurel's side of the field as well. Now, both of them can take a heat wave pretty comfortably here, but of course the Swampert has access to Wide Guard as well, so it could be blocked. I love that you call out the Solar Beam here onto the Swampert, but is it a little bit too predictable? Is it a bit too expected over onto Aurel's side of the field? Let's see, it's kind of a turn that's difficult to call who will get the
Okay,
advantage,
Mega
but
coming
one thing's for
in.
sure, we're getting a Mega Charizard Y over on Mike's end.
And we see why Incineroar is such a great Pokemon, getting the Intimidate off onto both these physical targets there, and also having the option
That
to
was
disrupt
crazy
this
call
very first
getting
turn with a fake
Incineroar
out.
over
We
there.
see the
Fake
Mega
out
Boost.
going
We
in
see
for
the
the
Fake Out.
Garchomp. There's no
This is the
protect.
Solar Beam.
There's
Might be
no
the first
protect.
Fake
There's
Out
no
straight
Wide
into
Guard,
the
by the way.
Okay, so the Garchomp,
There's
of
no
course,
protect.
gets
There's
the
no
fake out
Wide Guard.
moving. It's
Solar
going
Beam
to
going in.
Where has Mike targeted
That
with
one
it?
hit
The
KO
Swampert
is
will be taking double super effective damage. The Garchomp neutral, and it's beaming down from the sky right into that water ground type Pokemon. Mike with the fist pump. This stinging nettle eating champion is going to be dining away on that victory. And now Aurel is down to
Dude,
three
Gardevoir
Pokemon
giving a
already.
telekinesis.
And I know
Gardevoir
this
giving
feeling,
that
being in a
telekinesis
match on stage
power
here,
there.
taking the first
Gardevoir is
knockout,
boosting
being in
that.
the driver's seat must feel great for Mike.
The guy on the right decided straight away lose turn one.
Was actually faster than the opposing Charizard. So even though it's intimidated, something like a Rock Slide could deal a lot of damage here.
Yeah, the Garchomp is really threatening down big damage onto both of the fire types over on Mike's side of the field. Fire flying type means it will be taking double super
Aurelie ने
effective
हक दिया यार.
Yeah, and then boosted up with that light
They are
focus
playing on
over
Switch.
Garchomp.
They are playing
I
on
mean,
Switch.
we'll see
They are
on
playing on
top of
Switch.
dealing a lot of damage
They
to
don't have the
both fire
controllers. They are
types,
just
of course,
holding it on
you
their
always have
hand
the
and they are
chance to
playing
flinch
it.
as well. But when I was talking to Mike earlier, he said
Swampert
Rock
is
Slide
even
needs to go
touching
with
by the
Charizard,
grass.
so he likes to protect or switch that
People
out.
are like,
Rock
nice
Slide
rage
switch up
bait,
here.
guys. Nice
Second
rage bait.
evolution will Rock Slide maybe bring Aurel back into this game.
Okay, Aurel's Charizard is going to be keeping itself safe with Protect. The most important move in competitive Pokemon. Garchomp
Earthquake,
with
which won't.
And that means that the Incineroar is going to be taking super effective damage. Of course, my Charizard being a flying type, taking 0 damage there as well. Incineroar
Dude should
brought
have
down
gone.
to
Buddy should have
exactly
gone for
third of
a
its
rock
HP
slide,
now,
man.
and the Life Orb recall
Buddy
will
should have gone for
eventually
a rock
over
slide.
the course of this game.
Citrus getting
Incineroar
activated.
just now gonna be able to
By
make the
rock
Citrus
slide
Berry
would have been a
far
great
enough
call.
to get rid of
Solar
Incineroar.
beam going for a
Yet another
Garchomp.
Solar beam though coming out from Mike's Charizard, and once more all of that solar power this time into the Garchomp. A neutral hit, but look at that, it's brought down oh so low, and that's where the
Darkest Lariat going in. Garchomp goes down.
to secure the KO.
I mean, really well identified from Mike, saying both my fire types are kind of safe against the opposing Charizard. Let's ignore that and go straight out on the offensive. Take out the
भाई
Garchomp.
ये
Thanks to
क्या
this
हो
thing,
रहा है?
more likely surviving that rock slide if that comes out. Thanks to the Earthquake, now the combination of Solar Beam and Dark Slide was enough takes the second KO. Very commanding position for Mike.
Yeah, fantastic.
But he went for a protect for no reason. Shout out to the guy on the right for not for forfeit after the first turn.
Hates to be in the sun, and let's see just how long it's going to be sticking around.
Dude, Heat Wave kills. Heat Wave and Darkest Lariat. He can go for he can go for you know, he can actually do on dude. Go for encore. Dude, go for encore on Charizard. He cannot do Heat Wave. अबे यार flamethrower. Flamethrower, I see.
A single Pokemon over on their side of the field. So let's see if Aurel is able just to get one KO for glory here. Now a Solar Beam here, rather than a Fire type move. Where is this one going to be targeted? Perhaps predicting a switch in from Mike's side of the field. Going to be resisted doubly by the Charizard over on Mike's side of the field here. Mostly ineffective indeed. But now the follow-up Flare Blitz, the most excessive Flare Blitz you've ever seen in the sun. It's going to be KOing that Whimsicott all day, every day.
And Mike is not stopping at all. He's taking just another like 3 turns back-to-back KOs here. And now it's down to the final Pokemon. Charizard Y facing 2 fire types. We've seen the Solar Beam maybe predicting a swap into something like the Toxapex in the back, or maybe the Garchomp would have been a great targeting there. But now, once again, Mike, all 4 Pokemon left in a grand position here with 2 fire types facing the Charizard. There's 2 more turns of Sun, so both of them can start trading maybe some fire moves, even though they're resisted. Thanks to the Sun boost, that might deal extra damage here. But it seems like Aurel's back against the wall, and this might only be a matter of time.
Look at that, ineffective, and yet the Sun beaming down, and it's brought down to 60% of its HP. Another Solar Beam here from this Charizard. Aurel really leaning in on these Grass-type moves, but of course, back against the wall. The Incineroar is still able to hang on with the 1% HP here. Yet another fist bump from Mike. The parting shot now, really stylish play, reducing the offensive prowess of Aurel's Mega Charizard Y, meaning that something can switch in from the back. It's a really interesting play from Mike here, because you could definitely have just stayed out with the Incineroar and not revealed what was up your sleeve, giving you useful things to play with heading into our second game, because it's best of 3 is how it works around here.
Yeah, maybe giving out some information here. And now like the teeny
My eyes! My eyes! My eyes! My eyes!
Here. And yes,
What did I just
or maybe
say?
at least dealing extra damage onto the Charizard. Instead, we see Annihilate hit the field. Might just take what is 1 more turn to double up into that Charizard and take it down. The big question here is, Aurel, in quarterfinals, it was all about Raichu.
अच्छा हुआ man तो.
Didn't even bring the Raichu.
Yeah.
So the big question is going to be, is Aurel going back to his trusted Raichu in Game 2 to maybe come back into this game?
Yeah, I mean, there's a Pokemon that is unrevealed for Mike as well. And of the ones that we saw brought, the Raichu would
Rock
do a huge amount
Tomb.
of damage. The Rock Tomb
Voila.
effective against Aurel's Charizard.
Hello
here,
Muskan,
and
what's
that's gonna
up?
be
Welcome,
Mike
welcome,
going up
welcome,
one
welcome to
game
the stream.
here
Thank you
in
so
the
much for joining in.
semi-finals.
बहुत सारा
Just having
प्यार.
the time of their lives up.
Dude, what the hell just happened, dude? भाई मैं एक question था. See, Heat Wave will do the stab damage because of the typing. By Solar Beam is not even a type, which will not do a stab damage. And dude, Incineroar resistance, it's a freaking fire type. So Solar Beam will obviously resist. भाई तू Heat Wave ही कर देता ना. Heat Wave ही कर देता.
Likely a one-hit KO.
अबे यार.
Focus Session Annihilate might be with the something like a Rock Tomb can actually sway and make the Raichu slower, which then maybe. with
When
a
will
well
you
timed
1v1?
protection
Tomorrow,
of
bye.
Charizard
Tomorrow.
allows
Let's
it
do
to
it tomorrow.
outspeed in the next turn. So there's a few key mechanics there that we have
They
to
are
look
playing
out
for the
in
first
this
time. It
game.
explains it,
There's a
huh?
little wave that might
Type
give out to
matching
this
all
family. Yeah, Dr.
matters.
They're in the crowd watching live actually here and supporting Mike on his way to maybe the grand finals.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Competitive Pokemon, you've got to have people around you in order to help with the team building. That's how you improve so much faster at this game. So, if Mike wins this next game, they are our second grand finalist here at Champion of Champions. If Aurel wins, then we go to a Game 3. And that's something we haven't seen yet, Barish, at the Champion of Champions. All of our matches have been 2-0s. So, Aurel, can they turn this around? I think the Raichu is a good one to lean on. What's interesting, of the 3 Pokemon Mike didn't bring in that previous game, Toxapex, super effective. Venusaur resists, Garchomp takes no damage from electric. So it's a pretty broad spectrum there, but you still have the alluring voice that could be able to deal with the Garchomp as well.
and maybe also deal some crucial damage into the Nihilab. On the other side, we have seen
Who
how
launches
important
solar
that
beam into
was, and
Charizard? I
one key
swear to
Pokemon we
God,
haven't seen at all
Heat
yet
Wave
from
would
the
have
right
done a
side
lot of
was the
damage
King
over there.
Gambit. So maybe something like a Raichu King Gambit lead could be a great counter to what we saw in Game 1 with a Charizard and Raichu. And I think this now in semis is where it comes down to how do we adapt to maybe the strategies we have seen. Earlier rounds, we have seen switch-ups of different megas, different leads. This is exactly what Pokemon VGC is about. Identifying the strategies of your opponent, their weakness and strengths, and then adapting throughout the set in Game 2 or even maybe in Game 3. So let's see how these players are like adapting and going into this Game 2, maybe switching up their leads or Pokemon they might pick up.
People are like,
Okay,
Mike
everybody,
is
it's
going
time.
to
This
win.
could be our final match before we get into
Read
our
their
grand
chat.
finals. It's Mike
They
versus
already
Charizard.
got paid.
Charizard
It's
in
about
single,
Michael
going against
Mike
the Garchomp
finals.
and Charizard here,
Trust
which is
me,
already
the
making
best
a
player
run.
team is
It looks
built.
like
The
we
best you
might
can
see
do
the
is
very
win.
first
Did
round
they
of this
practice
game here,
with
and
Ray
maybe
Rizzo?
what looks like could have been
Guys, they are like, why are they roasting
wanna
Ray
say
Rizzo?
looks
I'm
like
finally
maybe
here
that
after
Charizard
watching
barely
3 and
survived
Sip
here,
case capable, and the
it's
first thing I
Incineroar
see is
maybe
Solar
on
Beam on
board there, got
Charizard.
some rough skin damage. It's a great
Dude,
puzzle
we
to
are
solve.
all
What
like,
happened in this
my
very
eyes,
first
my
game?
eyes.
Well, it's all about how it's going to be unfolding going forward. Both the trainers seemingly choosing their actions here. We'll clarify what's going on as soon as we possibly can.
Dude, I just remembered. I just
Right now, it
remembered.
seems like with the
Wait,
sun
what?
beaming down, we've got a whole lot of
Already
firepower.
start. What? Already started and ye kya hua?
Yeah, maybe there was like a solar power into the Garchomp. Turn 1 might have been a fake out into the Garchomp. This might actually be like turn 3 if I had to guess what happened here. And we'll see that maybe another Rock Slide now coming off, taking out.
Dude,
the
they already
Charizard,
started and these
dealing
people are playing
solid
it now. What the
damage
fuck?
into And maybe Aurel identified, I don't need my Raichu, but I need to bring
Are
my
they serious
Garchomp
about
into
this
better
match,
position.
bro? They are
Yeah,
literally
I mean,
playing
it's
it
Charizard
now.
on Aurel's side of the field, that's still on 100% HP. If Aurel wins this, then we go into a decisive third game. But right now, Swampert is hitting the field with that sun beaming down. So if there is a solar beam coming its way, it's not going to appreciate it. Another rock slide, that Charizard. He's easily down and out, but the Incineroar, fortunately, is able to take it pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like
I
Aurel
think-
found a
I
way
think
back into
Aurel
this
understood
here,
the
preserving
game.
Their own Charizard, swapping the Swampert in here. Great swap here. We'll see that if Incineroar gets a chance to target the Garchomp with Darkest Lair, it barely surviving. He is also dealing crucial damage with that rough skin.
Chip
ability.
damage.
So exactly
Sheesh.
back to
Citrus
almost
getting activated.
75,
Okay, back to
70%
normal.
here. But yeah, that Garchomp, well positioned, Rock Slide, well, that might be what you need to deal with 2 fire types.
Opposite, bro, has
Three
opened his
Pokemon
eyes.
revealed for Aurel. Is the fourth one going to be that Raichu
It
that we've
depends,
been
bro.
talking about so
The
much?
meta keeps
As
on
Mike
changing.
decides which Pokemon to
Once
send
upon a
in from
time,
the back end.
Peristrap
Toxapex
was
is here, everybody. This is a totally different playstyle to anything we've seen so far today. Toxapex
Dude,
is
what?
Pokemon that likes to be bulky,
Toxapex
stick
is
around for a
coming?
long time. Not a good time necessarily. So let's see if Aurel has what they need in order to deal with it. And the Raichu would be a great way.
Yeah, we have so much like white guard potential in this setup here, right?
Mm.
Swampert could white guard to overstand the own Earthquake. Garchomp, however, carries the item Life Orb and is down to 2%. So whatever Garchomp chooses is likely the very last attack for Garchomp before it goes down here.
Yeah, the Earthquake would be great, super effective damage onto the Toxapex as well.
Garchomp getting switched out. Charizard coming in.
Once more, still with the sun being
Parting
down.
shot on Charizard. Okay.
Immediately, and that means that it won't be hitting as hard heading into the next turn. And now Incineroar will be replaced on the field by Mike's final Pokemon. Or could it be, it would be the reveal of the fourth and final Pokemon coming out for Mike.
Okay,
It's
he's
a
revealing his
crucial
last one.
intervention for Aurel's game plan. Let's
Is
see.
it gonna be
What is
Venusaur?
that gonna be for Mike?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
an
what I
high
think
lip.
about this game plan is
And
identifying
high lip
that
is
the
really
Garchomp
bad for,
actually intimidated. So swapping that out and getting a flying type Charizard onto the field while you Earthquake yourself. This could be a great attack here into the Toxapex, but it's just so
Ooh.
bulky to withstand that with 38.
Yeah, huge
Ooh,
damage.
that did a lot.
So nice onto the Swampert, putting it on a timer. That poison damage is going to be racking up more and more at the end of each turn. And of course, you've given a boost to the Annihilate, but this Annihilate doesn't actually have access to the Rage Fist. This is one with Ghost and Fighting as well. But the Rage Fist, unlike with the Annihilate we saw earlier in the stream, this is one that doesn't have access to that move.
Yeah,
The
it's
chat is
interesting.
crazy. That's why
I'm
I
not
kept
sure
the
if this
chat.
comes
That's
into
how I
effect in
kept
this
the
game,
chat
but if you
active,
have
bhai.
something like Phantom Force, not only
Usually
does
I
it
don't
break
keep, but the
protect,
chat is so
also
funny
something like
because
the White Guard, but that won't come into play here. Now we have two very offensive Pokemon in Charizard and Swampert. Something like a Heat Wave and Earthquake combination is very threatening, but
there's the potential
Dude, both of them are
Oh,
having.
the Rock Tomb as well, but it's going to be missed by the Charizard. A huge miss there, because that would probably have been enough to secure the KO.
Earthquake
The
coming in.
Arrow
Earthquake
brought
will
down to
KO both of
15%,
them.
And that could be the window that Orel needs to get back into this game.
Game
The
3.
Earthquake
No
now
way we are going
driving
for a
both of
freaking
Mike's
game
Pokemon
3.
down, and it's gonna be
We are
enough for
freaking
the
going
KO,
for a
and it
game
looks like we could well be
3.
heading into our first game 3 of the champion. of
Are you
champions,
serious?
with Mike's just
Vedant
Incineroar
and
left in the game.
and the one who wait,
The game is like
who and all
Mike is
did
the
the
very
bet?
first
Vedant,
game
did you
here.
do the
Yes,
bet?
Orel found a way back into this game. I think the
Who and all
concept
did the
earlier
bet
was
here,
very
guys?
crucial to deal with
There
the
is a
fire
comeback on
types, and
Orel.
I was
Orele.
a bit lucky with the Rock Tomb missing the Charizard here, but
Orele, okay.
without the
Orele
Rock
पे
type,
किसने
this
किया?
Charizard
Okay,
can
okay.
get full
Toad did on
HP,
Orele and
so might
Vedant
have
did
been a
on
chance to maybe
Mike,
withstand the
right?
Rock Tomb
Okay,
if that
we are
Charizard
going for a
spends
game
little
3,
bit
boys.
more
Be
speed.
ready.
And because of how slow the Toxapex is, maybe even at -1 speed, it might still be faster and get the heat wave off.
Yeah, well, decisions and fine margins, but all we know is it's just...
They play like noob. People are commenting. Why are they playing like noobs? They are noobs because they're playing with. They are literally noobs. Trash versus garbage. It literally reminded me of this thing, Metapod versus Metapod. Looking at each other and they're like, Harden, 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 Harden. Ash episode याद आ गया मुझे. King Gambit, oh my god, is he going for Darkest Lady resisted move? Oh my god. If he had gone a Flare Blitz.
Both your Pokemon here, that's exactly what's happening. But after the Intimidate, both should withstand the attack, and maybe now a combination of Sucker Punch and another Earthquake should be enough to take out that Incineroar and get Orel the first win here in the semifinals.
I really
Coughing baby versus coughing baby. More like stoppable forces and movable object, lol.
When Incineroar came in, they would have got a Defiant boost, a +2 boost to its attack, but Orel recognizing that that risk is no longer in contention.
Yes, I mean, of course, we also earlier saw the parting shot into the Charizard. Maybe if you swap like King Gambit into the parting shot, that even further boosts your attack. And identifying, hey,
This is crazy.
Flare Blitz might do a lot of damage to my King Gambit. I want to preserve that, and Swampert is in no danger here and just can take out one Earthquake after the other, taking out the Incineroar here. And Orel is winner of Game 2, and we see Mike is applauding, so do we.
Absolutely. We are going to our first Game 3 of the Champion of Champions tournament, everybody. Huge congratulations.
I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
So well into Mike's game plan here. So,
Guys, we are witnessing holy LARP scenes. We are witnessing holy LARP scenes. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the other answer was
Everyone is
Guard
using.
Shot
Bhai,
and the
तू
right
ये
side.
match नहीं देखा? I saw a guy using. We all saw the solar beam on Charizard. We all saw solar beam on Incineroar. For what reason, God knows?
It's just too much of a threat to the
Our
right
eyes
to be like,
went
"Hmm,
hell.
I really
We
don't
went
wanna
to hell
risk
and we
going
just
down
came back
that right
Portuguese.
immediately, so
We
don't
just
even
saw
wanna break it."
game
Maybe
fun.
that's what scared off that Raichu pick here. But of course, now it's game 3. Both players have adapted. In that first game, we saw Toxapex potentially sitting out. in
Nahin,
one, but
Charizard
that's
is the
making an appearance
Charizard
in
is the
game
son
here.
of Pokemon, so
Like
obviously.
Toxic, crucially into that Swampert.
People
Beyond
are in the
that,
comment
maybe it
talking
wasn't
about.
quite matching the all-out offensive pace.
People are watching. Watch the game 1, Portuguese. Watch the game 1. People are talking about Ichabod only. Even the game is happening between Mike and Orel. People are literally talking about Ichabod. They're pretty much concerned about Ichabod running wall against Charizard. But rest of them are okay.
Whoever wins this game will be our second grand finalist here at the Champion of Champions. We've got our stinging nettle eating champion Mike Hobbs going up against Orel Mestra.
Oh, Raichu! Raichu makes an appearance.
And there is that Raichu.
Raichu
And
makes
Mike
an
can defeat
appearance.
the Garchomp that takes 0 damage from it.
I saw Mike like fist pumping,
Yes.
happy to see the Raichu. One thing to consider, however, is that Orel just didn't lead the Raichu. He had a safety net with the White Guard Swampert next to it.
Yes.
He's actually not in danger of something like the Earthquake coming off here.
भाई
We see a
तू
second ground table
Swampert
in the
खुद
Stomping
earthquake
Center.
नहीं कर
It's gonna
सकता.
come down to Raichu identifying
is this an Earthquake coming in, so I use White Guard? Is it maybe a Stomping Trentium, so I protect? Something like a Protect and Ice Punch from the Swampert might actually also be a really great option.
But Solar Beam
for
can
Orel.
cook
So there's a
you.
lot on the line.
But
On this
Solar
game,
Beam
we
can
give it up,
cook you.
Absolutely.
Raichu going first.
The MVP for Orel in their quarterfinals game. Let's see if it can turn it around this time around. And this time it's going to be our Charizard going for it.
Earthquake on own, Raichu is loading. I swear to God, I've seen 3 people doing that. 2 people already doing that. Solar Beam. Is it gonna be Solar Beam? It's Earthquake.
And there's not going to be a wide guard, just super effective onto the Raichu. Is it going to be enough for the one-hit KO? Yes, it is! Oh my goodness me, and Mike can't believe it as well. Look at his face!
What an explosive start, including a critical hit to the Swampert, which now has no chance to withstand the Solar Beam coming on top of the Earthquake. What we have to assume here is the double up. There's a Solar Beam, and Mike with a fantastic start into game 3, taking 2 knockouts straight away from the scratch.
You love to see it if you're Mike. You definitely don't if you're Orel. And so heading into turn 2, Mike has already claimed 2 knockouts. Could there be a way back in for Orel? It will partly come down to what those final 2 Pokemon are.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Charizard can switch in, should be in the back here, but also you already used your Mega Evolution on the Raichu, so you can no longer Mega, like, interesting interaction could have been something like the Solar Power Guard Charizard, which now doesn't need to Mega Evolve and still gets a hefty boost to its damage output here. And of course, Garchomp is locked into Earthquake here. Still great damage.
Wait, is Garchomp scarved? Why? How is it faster than the Raichu?
So you either have to eventually swap out your Garchomp to be reposition it against the opposing Charizard, or just say, I have other tools against Charizard, and I will just double up into the opposing Garchomp. But there's no Intimidator on the field with Incineroar yet, so Garchomp with something like a Rock Slide might immediately take out the Charizard. So there's a little bit of positioning needed for Mike to take it all the way home.
Yeah, absolutely. Charizard and Garchomp are plenty on the field right now. Yes, there is another Earthquake. There's no damage on those Charizards, but finally, Mike is going to be able to target down Orel's own Garchomp here. Decent chunk of damage, and the Rock Slide huge onto that Charizard. Look at that health bar plummet down. But if anything, Mike's not too sad to see that.
Dude, Dragon Claw is the call, man. Why would you do a Earthquake?
That puts even more
Why would you
pressure
do
on
a
the
Earthquake?
Swampert
Dragon Claw is the
Garchomp
call.
because there's no other flying partner next to the Garchomp, so you might have to Earthquake your own Incineroar or Annihilate, or even worse, the Toxapex here. So that's going to be really crucial here. We see Solar Beam, thanks to the sun, doesn't need its own Mega Evolution to get that off. But here, well, this is still, Mike, a fantastic start into the game, but there's a few more steps needed to actually finish it off.
Absolutely. The sting in the tail for our nettle-eating champion, but Toxapex, a good Pokemon to have here, but of course doesn't like to see the Earthquake coming out from Garchomp, and Orel's Garchomp has no lack of incentive.
Bhai, go for a Dragon Claw on the Garchomp. What the fuck?
Being a flying type. So yeah, fantastic start.
He's choice locked for Earthquake, by the way. Mike is choice locked for Earthquake most probably here.
If you go for the defensive swap, get the Garchomp out so you can reset its Earthquake, then you're now kind of susceptible to maybe an opposing
Hello,
Earthquake
hello,
into
hello.
Toxapex.
What's up?
And
What's
also,
up?
like, Charizard can just Solar Beam Toxapex for free here. So it's kind of difficult to maneuver how to get Garchomp out freely, but also not take too much damage. If Incineroar is in the back, it's not appreciating a Heat Wave and Earthquake combination either. So that's what I meant. It was a great start, but identifying Garchomp needs to
Okay,
switch out.
finally getting the switch, and Venusaur. Okay, it's gonna be a Heat Wave.
Neutral damage from an Earthquake and super effective from the Charizard's Heat Wave. And there it is, connecting down, super effective onto the Toxapex. Oh, it's hitting
Earthquake
so hard.
can actually
And all of a
KO here.
sudden,
Wait,
Mike is
Heat
looking
Wave
like
can
that
actually.
move
भाई
against
इंग्लिश
the
मत
wall.
बोलो,
It's all
हिंदी में
about
बात
what
कर.
this Toxapex
अरे
is
हिंदी में
going
तो बात
for.
करता हूँ
It's
बीच
gonna
बीच
be
में.
going
Bye.
for
Why
the
would you
Charizard
go for a
for
Solar
launching another
Beam?
Solar Beam. Could that be
Fuck. This is gonna be a Toxapex. It's on a V.
Okay, so it's going to be hanging on. It's going to resist that doubly, thanks to being a grass and poison type hit.
No way, did he just
It's a
do
move that's
that?
very slow to act, but that Garchomp is on relatively low HP. The Ruskin as well. The margins are so fine. That Toxapex down to just a few %. But this is where the leftovers comes into play, recovering a bit of that HP.
That infestation is actually great for the passive damage here, and it's only a matter
See,
of time
now
if
his
Garchomp goes out.
easy
It
call
doesn't
is
have a
going
way
for
to
a
swap out. It's
Earthquake
kinda
and
locked
going for a
onto
Heat
it
Wave.
anyway, even if I have
Earthquake,
Pokemon
Heat
in the
Wave,
back here.
Earthquake, Heat
The
Wave will
question
get
is,
the
I
game
still see two
because
kinds of,
it will KO both the
Hearts and
Toxapex
Lights, so
and
Venusaur currently
Venusaur
has a
no
good
matter what.
advantage here on the field and might even knock out the
Earthquake or
Garchomp.
Heat Wave.
But if
I
somehow Garchomp makes it
Earthquake
through
and the
this
Heat Wave is
turn
the
and
game.
takes out Toxapex,
Charizard
and
in the
Venusaur
full
somehow
health.
with an Earthquake, maybe avoiding a sleep powder if that's what Mike is going for. That's what I said, it's not easy to run it all the way home after that amazing start turn 1 here. But let's see what these players opt for in this final turns of our game 3.
Sleep powder is absolutely a win condition.
It actually amazes me that they were coached by
75% accurate, but if you
Dude, I have no idea.
And yes, it's a sleep powder. It's going to be the Garchomp taking a snooze here, and that means with the infestation racking up as well, that Garchomp is not in a pretty position. Now it's just this Charizard. Of course, the Venusaur is not going to appreciate the heat wave coming out here easily enough to secure the KO, and this means that Garchomp is going to be brought back into the field. It cannot click Earthquake because it will deal no damage to the Charizard.
Really well identified. Garchomp comes back on the field. It's the fastest Pokemon, but now has to make a very crucial choice. Okay, Infestation no longer dealing passive damage because
how the fudge is this semi? I have no idea. But now it's a choice specs. Garchomp is asleep.
The Garchomp will easily take the damage. Already has taken 1 sleep turn.
Garchomp can go for a rock tomb. Garchomp can go for anything.
So this game is far from over, and it comes down to Mike identifying which attack to go for. It has to be the Rock Slide or the Dragon Claw here. And if it's the Dragon Claw, it's still going to come down to taking out Charizard with like 2 or 3 hits. But once the sun is over, you don't have the Solar Beam option.
The Rock Slide is going to be huge super effective damage into the Charizard, and it's going to be enough for the KO. And the Garchomp here might not believe they got the KO there. The Garchomp isn't going to be staying asleep.
Protect was the call. Protect and Dragon Claw was the call. Protect and Dragon Claw was the call.
The finest of margins, the king of the sting could well be reigning supreme over our French fry wise guy. Let's see. Mike definitely has the health advantage, but it's going to come down to
we have seen the first Rock Slide deal like roughly 10% here. Now it's single target reconnects. It should just have the edge to take out the Garchomp. But if it misses, then maybe an opposing Dragon Claw or Earthquake should be enough here. This game comes down to this last moment here. Garchomp actually wakes up. This
Garchomp woke up, protect!
Yes, because we've seen Mike's Garchomp outspeed before with that choice scarf. And so the Rock Slide, of course, is going to be pinging off. We know that Mike's Garchomp is locked into
the game can go anywhere, guys. Rock Slide should KO. Rock Slide can miss. Rock Slide can KO. Rock Slide can miss. Rock Slide can go low roll. Anything happens. Rock Slide can flinch. It's a choice scarf, so he cannot do a Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw will KO, but choice scarf Garchomp cannot do a Dragon Claw. So he's already stuck. So abhi option hi hai, like Aurelie has to. No, Rock Slide, no. No, it KOs the high roll, dude.
Securing their spot as our second grand finalist.
Rock Slide obviously KOs. There could have been missed. There could have been low roll. Anything was possible. Both possibles the.
Aurel wins that, launching a super effective Dragon Claw, betting back into Mike's own Garchomp. Wow, my heart rate is sky high.
Wow, what a nail-biting set here. That was such a crucial end game. First game.
Aurel would have won if we had done Heat Wave instead of Solar Beam. Because Venusaur ka sleep powder nahi padta Garchomp pe. So he could have gone for Dragon Claw immediately next round. So uska dikkat wahi hua.
Mobile, also on Nintendo Switch. Download it for free and get playing along with our trainers here. Wow, so we know that our finalists are Ichabod Fame of Canada and Mike Hobbs from the UK.
अरे यार पता नहीं भाई ये लोग ना ऐसे खेलते हैं कि हम कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकते. I wonder अगर imagine हो अगर मैं आगे जाके officially creators लोगों के बीच में मैं एक Pokemon champion का host करूं भाई वहाँ पे कैसे खेलेंगे लाडले भाई मजा ही आ जाएगा. People play, oh my god, Indian creators playing, भाई मजा ही आ जाएगा अगर मैं ऐसे host करूँगा तो.
Players just remain resolute. No, playing it out. Sure, I'm not to a bad start, but we can still win, and then going ahead and winning. It can't be underestimated. So hugely well played to both of our trainers.
Yeah, there were so many great adaptations all throughout the set as well. Like in game 2, seeing that Garchomp with the Rock Slide might be able to take care of what was
What's up? Welcome to the Streambox Live. Welcome. I haven't clicked Solar Beam that many times in my entire time.
Going for Earthquake early on in the game, right? So then it was now locked, and then we saw the partners like Toxapex were not appreciating their own Earthquake there.
Why? Even though I knew there is a resistance rock type, मैं Heat Wave ही चलाऊंगा because of the stab damage it gives.
Oh my goodness me. Well, I think we're very nearly ready to.
Oh,
hear
I'm
from
right. I was in
everybody
Master
the
Ball like
crowds. We'll have
8000
James
kuch
Ross
rank pe tha.
interviewing
I
Mike
went to
Hobbs and,
4000.
of
I
course,
dropped
Orel
back to
Letray.
Master
Sea
Ball
Nettle
4
eating
because I was
or
trying
French
with
fry
different teams.
eating. Yes, we're
And I
gonna
don't
chow
care
down
about
on an
reaching
absolute
champion rank this
feast.
season.
Let's
I'll be
hear
pushing
from the
my
absolute
rank to
beasts.
champion next season. And I'll try
Thank
to
you,
reach
Charlie. Thank you,
before
Gareth.
regulation
What
MC
a
get
match
introduced.
that was.
Because
Our
this
first
regulation
game
kinda
three
is
that we
easy
ended up
to
having
reach the
against
champions rank.
what a
So
way
they
to finish off.
so give
Mike,
it a try. That's all.
congratulations on being able to just clutch it right in the end game. How are you feeling advancing to the grand final?
Thank you very much. Yes, I am feeling amazing after that. That was so close, and I think there was a lot of luck involved. And I'm just very lucky to have come
Next,
through.
not
that
next season.
amazing battle.
Next
Thank you.
regulation. MC
Very nicely
regulation.
done. You were able to win
MC.
that first game,
भाई
but Orel, you were able to adjust really nicely in
भाई
that second
इंडियन
game. So
स्पैम करेंगे
you're the first
MC
person to
MC
able
को
to
स्पैम करेंगे
adjust from a loss
MC
and take a game win. So what do you think was
MC
the
will be
important
trending.
part to being able to
MC will be literally trending in regulation.
that second game?
On the first game, I tried the new
MC
strategy
will be
that
literally
seems
trending in the
not
regulation.
effective, and I didn't want to repeat what I done.
I'm not taking part. I'm actually casting it in the top board. I'll be casting it on the top board like semis जो top 32 है उनका knockouts वाला tournament मैं अपने channel पे stream करने वाला हूँ. I'll be casting on it. I'll be commenting on it. I'll be talking about it.
Yeah, that definitely came right down to the wire.
Yes, yes.
So close, so
इंडिया
close.
का सबसे पास कौन सा रीजन होता है? थाईलैंड है, थाईलैंड है, इंडोनेशिया है, ब्राजील है, चाइना है, मलेशिया है. So these are not region like these are like low वहाँ पे उनका circuit वाला है. So it's not official Pokemon hosting it, but there is other way of getting selected. Nobody is realizing Wall is about to भाई Walls Charizard के सामने कुछ नहीं है. He's gonna get Charizard and he's gonna get Wall this thing Garchomp.
For me. Mega Charizard was my favorite, but he didn't last very long.
It was able to put on some good damage though. Orel, same question for you. Did you have a favorite Pokemon in that set?
Yeah, so I think Garchomp and Swampert were really good, but not this time. But I think I could have done something better with them.
Yeah, and just final question for you, Mike. Of course, you are our second grand finalist here. How are you feeling advancing to the grand finals, and also how do you think you'll fare against Ichabod?
I'm feeling
Without
a little bit more
passport, dreaming
confident
about
than I
going to
was when we
regionals.
first started.
Oh, I have passport. I have a passport. I can go.
Tremendous amount of information
If
over
the only
last few days.
wall was still a
Hopefully some
rock
of that
type
has
after
stuck,
Mega.
and
The
luck
semi
will be
I
on our
was
side
I
again.
saw Charizard will solar beam the
We'll
fall.
have to see. Good luck in that grand
कितना
finals,
elo
which
points
we're
करना
going
होगा
to be
worlds
able
के
to
लिए
fire
qualify करने
over
के लिए
to.
300 भाई.
We're going to have to send you straight away.
300.
No time to rest. We've got a grand finals to get to. So yeah,
Thank you.
Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Ichabod Fame or is it going to be Mike Hobbs? Let's see who's going to be our champion of champions.
Thank you so much, Jamie. It is time for our grand finals. We are now
1000
joined
नहीं
by
है,
both
1000 नहीं
Will
है.
and
For
Lou.
Indians
How are
it's
we
gonna
feeling
be
about
like for the
this?
local like जो
it's been electric.
उतना बड़ा NAIC वाला ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Those are having only 300 something, 300 points, 300 champion points.
And the learning that they're taking game upon game, I think it's been so inspirational.
Nova putting salt.
Yeah.
भाई voice क्यों गिरा है उसका? Mike is muted. Mike
I was
is
on the edge of my seat,
muted.
like the whole way through this. I think, yeah, I was on the edge of my seat. Like, actually, it was so intense towards that end game, and it's great to be able to see Mike win with his favorites as well, with the Venusaur.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Mike first game 3 in the set coming down to clutch, that mirror in the end between the
Next
two
September.
Garchomp steering. Like, I mean, Rockside wins and like takes and gives, right? But here in this set, it was just enough. And let's have a look at the actual bracket and what path the players had to take to make it all the way to the finals.
You never know. You never know. Worlds can be anything. Worlds can be anything. You can't predict worlds कैसे भी जा सकता है.
Everybody had to face a tough opponent and go through adversity every game. I mean, it wasn't clean for every game. There were moments during the match, maybe
भाई
you get
किसी को रे ने
hit
कुछ
or
बोला है
you
समझ में नहीं आया. People are like, I agree what Ray is saying. I agree what Ray is saying.
which we've seen players make really good
Indian
adjustments.
regionals है. पता नहीं अभी तक announcement कुछ आया नहीं है guys. तो बोल नहीं सकते. World Champions नहीं होगा क्या 2026 पे? हाँ, World Champions है अभी अगस्त month end पे.
Venus is going to
Why
be
do they
the
have
most
punching gloves?
stressful,
Why
most
it's like
nervous these
all
players
the
will
different
have to
different
show at
champions
this
का tournament है ना, तो
I mean,
इसलिए
they've made it all the
लंदन
way
में
here,
स्टडी
though,
के
so
लिए
they
जा रहे हो.
absolutely have
हाँ.
what it takes.
I feel like I'm not quite over Ichabod's first play against Neela in the semi-finals, being able to go for that drain punch, one hit KO, then going for the raw, trick room denied. Like coming in with such a great strategy, being a new player, only just picking
इंडिया
up
का
the
इतना
game.
बड़ा
I wonder,
ऑडियंस करना
having watched
चाहिए
both
एक
semi-finals now, what
नेशनल्स.
Ichabod's strategy is
वुल्फी
going to
कमिंग
be
आउट
for this
ऑफ
one.
द
Yeah, I
विन द
mean,
वर्ल्ड
it was so
चैंपियन. ए
impressive to actually
चैंपियनशिप
see
तो
it play
फिर
out
भी
because I
स्विचेस में
know
ही
he had
होगा.
been,
हाँ,
preparing for that
the selections
against
और जो
Trick
भी
Room. That was
होगा
the
ना
reason
tournaments,
he,
it's gonna be for the
taught
Switch
his
users
Aggron
only.
lore
तो
because
mobile
that's a
users के लिए
perfect
नहीं है
counter to
option.
stop the
Tech,
Trick Room,
yeah.
and it actually came up, and he showed it off perfectly. So that was really well played.
I mean, so far Ichabod seemed to had a plan for every single match. Like in game one, we saw both Annihilate and Straptor like popping off and going all the way. We also saw Population Bomb, right? I like how he like counted on stage and like.
Yeah. New regulations will come afterwards. That's why they have kept it till.
Watching Mike, his on his way through finals, right? What plan Ichabod like made us Smith there?
That's true, and of course Ichabod has come into this with such
So
great
to God, if
kind
it
of
was
charisma and
semi-final, I can't even
personality as
imagine
well, and I think
initial
it's
matches.
worthwhile to have a little bit of a recap as well who Ichabod is.
भाई
And,
मैंने
you know,
क्वार्टर
it's
फाइनल्स
good
के
to-
लास्ट मैच से शुरू किया इसीलिए मुझे
My
पता
name is
था.
better known as Ichabod fame, and I am
Ichabod!
a champion of air guitar.
I
was
wanna
a
see
dance
his
teacher
performance,
and
dude.
getting a couple students that were air guitarists, didn't know what that was. Went to my first competition like a decade ago, and I've just been hooked ever since. I grew up on Pokemon. I've been around since the original 150, because I'm old. But I would say that I've been out for a long time, but I'm glad to be back. I got a lot to learn about competitive. Favorite Pokemon, Toxtricity would probably be one of my favorites. Being able to play guitar on yourself is amazing. Such rockstar behavior. In the world of air guitar, you have to be able to adapt. So I think that when I show up and I don't know what everybody else is doing, I'm going to have a little bit of an edge in being able to adapt a little faster. Do I think I'm going to win? I don't know because I haven't seen what they can do yet, but I believe in myself.
Dude, this
and I
remembers
believe
me
that I
of
can pick up a lot in a short time.
Shang. No, not Shang. This reminds me of White, not Whitebeard also.
I mean, we're
It
seeing
reminds
it
me
play
of
off in dividends
Sanji's
here because Ichabod
chef.
he's shown this
Sanji
speed that he's
का
come in with, the fact that he
Papa
has
है ना,
two
not
different
Papa
modes that he
exactly,
can go
but
to,
the
Household
chef
and Annihilate,
Berate में
which
होते हैं, like, you know, I
Population Bomb,
forgot
like
his
you
name.
said, counting it down.
He looks
I
like
mean,
that.
he's
He
been
looks
doing
like that
insane
One Piece का
damage. And
character.
then that Star Raptor, we've also seen the fact that it pairs with Whimsicott so well, which it can boost its own attack through that charm.
Hey, nah, if I'm not wrong,
Ichabod
right?
came prepared, even in such a
बिल्कुल
short
same,
period
bro.
of
He
time,
look
and that
literally
belief, I mean,
looks
it's
like
really
him.
brought him far because he's in the finals now, and he's got a great shot to take this
Zep,
tournament down.
yeah.
To see Aggron
Zep.
as well, like with the setup, not only the raw to prevent the trick room, but we also saw the iron defense body press combination.
I'll look after whether I can get his photo once again.
I
Let
think as
me
well
see.
there was the bulk up
I can
annihilate
pull it
as
off
well.
or
There
not.
was that one turn in semi-finals. It was bulk up and iron defense, and it was just such a bold play. And I think as a new player, you know, looking at moves that don't deal damage and being, you know, brave enough to click setup moves, for example, thinking, well, I haven't done any damage this turn. What's happening? And learning and understanding the impacts it will have in the consecutive turns, I think is a really good like accolade to him.
Yep, I remember my first time playing through Pokemon games. Every time my Pokemon had a move that didn't do damage, if it was about to learn a move that would do damage, I would replace it
Rain dance?
immediately.
What's
So
this? I don't need
yeah,
feather.
so seeing these players, I mean, masterfully use these kind of supportive moves or setup moves to such effect, it's been so impressive in just such a short period of time that they've had to pick up Pokemon champions.
Yeah, and of course, Ichabod is against Mike Hobbs, who has been playing a team that looks very conventionally competitive, but also has been, you know, showcasing really good versatility within the team. We've seen Toxapex and we've seen Venusaur and Charizard all showcase really well.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, the Annihilab also made a great appearance on stream here with the Rock Tomb. Like,
अबे यार मेरे को ये गंदा लगता है भाई मेरा स्क्रीन अटक जाता है जब sometimes if I run it like मैंने ये सब क्या कर दिया तू अटक रहा है भाई What's the when the next negotiation will come in September 2nd? Do you watch football? भाई मैंने अभी recently चालू किया है like देखने के लिए all because of Haaland. The trend made me look into football a bit. वरना नहीं देखता मैं. I'm waiting for Rillaboom is coming in the next season. No worries. तो हाँ. Rillaboom is coming in the next season with Score Bunny and no, I mean Score Bunny मतलब ये Cinderace and Inteleon के साथ. भाई ये अटका क्यों है? Okay. I think वो चला ही गया lol. The tab has gone. I'll be playing the tab again. Okay. Anyone willing to give me shiny Rillaboom? किसके पास है? मुझे भी चाहिए shiny Rillaboom. गाइस इसकी तरह दिखता है ना ये, वो उसकी तरह दिखता है इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. The Barate owners of guys, this is my diary. You know, मैं इस पे like you know I write my stuffs like that. So and this is what always keeps me reminding what the fuck am I doing? Another freaking day. Another freaking day. Another freaking day. Chat, let's keep the vote. Can we see Solar Beam in the finals? Can we see Solar Beam in the finals? Ooh, dude, Mike is sitting towards Gardevoir side. No, Mike is sitting towards Gardevoir side. No, no, I don't want Gardevoir. I don't want Mike to win. No, why? Gardevoir's blessing is going towards Mike. No way, no way, no way. Solar Beam will stop the wall, or really probably. People are like, bring it home, Mike. Dude, look at that! Look at that Garde size, bro. Look at that Gardevoir size. Chat, is it any way possible in future that I will be buying? I'll be buying a Gardevoir life-size Gardevoir plushie. Guys, are you looking forward to that? Cause I am. I might buy it. I might buy it a life-size Gardevoir. Who knows? भाई जब मैं इंपोर्ट करूंगा ना ये कौन सा लाश लेके आ रहा है सोचेंगे लोग. सुनो भाई मुझे अपने 2 पोकेमोन के मूव चेंज करने कर लो और टीम लीज में सबमिट कर दो. हाँ करके दो तो टॉक टू माहिर अबाउट इट. ही विल हेल्प यू आउट. Vaporeon or Gardevoir? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I might buy both. I might buy both. I might buy Arcanine as well. Arcanine, I'm just buying it for, like, मावल लेजेंडरी पोकेमोन भी आएगा क्या फ्यूचर में चैंपियन? जब लेजेंडरी पोकेमोन आ जाएंगे ना, it will be 2 to 3 years, I think, at the speed they are getting the mega pokemons at this point. Ooh. But I think Garchomp won't get 1-hit KO. But he has to get down the he has to get KO the Charizard. He has to look into considering KOing the Charizard here. I will buy Kush plus you. Why would you buy me, bhai? मैं हूँ इधर, you know. It's about not the game better. Okay, Charizard going for the Mega. Is it gonna be a Tailwind though? If it is a Tailwind, dude, don't fumble, bro. Okay, Annihilate going for a Protect. It's not a Tailwind. It's not a Tailwind. Charm on the Garchomp. Oh, but yeah, the dude, the focus sash goes off. Did he target? Did he do a heat wave or did he target? If you feel like it, go for it, man. अरे तू कंप्लीट सबमिट नहीं किया है ना?
ಮೂರ್ ದೋಸೆ ಒಂದು ಇಡ್ಲಿ
Huh?
ಮೂರ್ ದೋಸೆ ಒಂದು ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಚಿಕನ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಂಟು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ.
The wall is still existing, but wall doesn't have wide guard. Wall doesn't have protect. Wall doesn't have anything, guys. Tail wouldn't have given an advantage, to be honest, if you are asking me. The wall dies. Wall doesn't have protect. Wall has to switch out. ये क्या है? ये क्या चल रहा है? What? Why would you switch? Dude, did he throw the game? What is he come? Oh my god, what is Mike thinking? Defiant boost! Defiant boost! Are you serious? Defiant boost! Are you serious? Okay, fake out is coming, obviously. Drain punch on Incineroar is the game. Drain punch on the Incineroar is the game. Protect and drain punch. Protect and drain punch. Garchomp switching out. Charizard coming in. Oh. Sinister. Okay. It's not good. It's not good though. Who did he target though? Drain punch going there. Okay. It's about knows the games, guys. It's about knows the game. Dude, still choice specs Choice Scarf Rock Slide can get the game still. Choice Scarf Rock Slide can get the game yet. Ichabod lost actually. People in the chat are saying Ichabod lost this game. So he can still go for Rage Powder and Rage Fist on the Charizard. Protect? Why would you go for a Protect though? Wait, isn't Annihilate faster here? Yo, calm down, Rishit. What is this? Annihilate is faster than Charizard, right? Yeah. So he should go. What? What? Dude, Rage Fist on Charizard. This is close, guys. Earthquake. Dude, how the fuck is Mike winning? How the fuck is Mike winning? Chad, what is happening? How the hell is Mike winning? Dude, that was a crazy high roll. भाई नजर लगी है भाई. Bro, say na kya Imran, if you wanna change the team, go for it, man. Just talk to Mahir, he will help you out. The Gardevoir is the luck, guys. Gardevoir is having telekinesis. RK worker, I swear to God. What was that? He is protected by Gardevoir. अरे just tell Mahir about it. He will help you out. ये क्या मैं भी वही हम भी देख रहे हैं. See, this is basically a tournament between noob players who are like champions and other stuff. Oh, here comes the mouse shield. I think it's gonna be a tailwind and pop bomb. If it's tailwind and pop bomb, he gets the game. Because Garchomp is way faster, bhai. Garchomp is way faster with that Moonblast. I mean, with the Choice Scarf. So he has to do a tailwind. Gardevoir makes a black hole in order to protect its trainer. That's oh my god. Yeah, tailwind and pop bomb. Tailwind and pop bomb. Pop bomb on Charizard, not on. Oh, thank God. If we had gone for Garchomp, Garchomp would have, like, this would have died. There he goes. There he goes. Uses brain. Charizard goes down now. Steelix. भाई इसको but Aggron को कोई भी छू भी नहीं सकता. Aggron को कोई छू भी नहीं सकता. Aggron को कोई छू भी नहीं सकता. Now Charm coming in on the Garchomp. Charm coming on the Garchomp. Pop Bomb और whatever. Yeah, Annihilate पे Pop Bomb नहीं कर सकता. Garchomp पे भी नहीं कर. मत कर Garchomp पे. तू switch out कर ले Maushold को. Moonblast from the Moonblast from the Moonblast from the Whimsicott to Annihilate also is a good one. Moonblast from the Maushold going for Protect. Okay, cool. Going for what? Arey yaar. Should have gone for Annihilate, dude. Should have gone for Annihilate. I swear to God. हाँ चेंज कर सकता है तू. Until the game starts you can. Once the game starts you can't. It's locked in. Dude, Ichavood is doing, bro. Ikavood is doing. Ikavood is doing this time. Ooh. Oh. Did he go for a close combat again? No. No. Did he just switch? It's Incineroar. Defiant boost. What a switch. What a freaking switch was that? What a switch. What a switch. Moonblast going for that. Okay. Did he do a close combat? Dude, Ikavood reading it, भाई क्या read कर रहा है यार? Crazy. Now Tailwind is still up. Fake Out can't go for the this thing. He can literally go for Rage Fist over there because he's already defined boosted. Bhai, crazy. You know he can go charm on Incineroar. He can go for a charm on Incineroar, which will drop its physical attack. Encore, encore on the close combat. Crazy. Encore on the close combat, dude. Encore on the close combat. That's crazy. Oh, it's gonna go for Whimsicott. Ah, that's bad. That's pretty bit bad. भाई फ्लेयर ब्लिट्ज किस पे किया इसने? रेज फिस्ट बूस्ट हो जाएगा. Dude, I told he should do charm. He should do charm on this thing. Zeph playing better than. I can totally agree on that. I can totally agree on that. मैं तो शिवांश से भी हार जाता हूँ यार. अरे मुस्कान व्हाट्सअप व्हाट्सअप वेलकम 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 वेलकम. मैंने इग्नोर नहीं, मैंने देखा ही नहीं. आई एम सो सॉरी. Mike, it's done, bro. I swear to God. He will go tailwind again. He will go tailwind again. He should go tailwind again. Yep. What a call going for a tailwind, bhai. Drain punch kar. Drain punch kar. Yo! Dude, Ikabod is playing so good at this point. Okay. I mean, dude, Whimsicott has done its job, dude. Whimsicott has done its job. अरे तो इट्स ओके यू कैन टॉक. भाई मैं कब से यही बोल रहा हूँ ना. टॉक टू माहिर, ही विल हेल्प यू. टॉक टू माहिर इन डिस्कॉर्ड, ही विल. भाई स्टारप्टर क्यों लेके आया ये? ओ स्टारप्टर डिफाइंट है इसके ऊपर. ओके कूल. ही डिडंट गेट एगर ऑन दो. What? Buddy, buddy using big brains, yaar. नहीं नहीं मुस्कान विल बी डन विद दिस गेम खत्म हो गया है इसके बाद ये फाइनल चल रहा है dude Ikawa doing this why Ikawa doing this was crazy that's crazy finally finals are going for game 3 casual aura farming भाई वो स्विच 1 है ना उसका स्टैंड स्विच 1 की तरह दिख रहा है वो स्विच 2 का स्विच हैंड वो स्विच 2 का ये हैंडल या love your stream and see you later this is rooting for you always thank you so much for that Mahi thank you so much for the membership again shout out to you coughing baby versus high dragon bomb dude this is a decider who's gonna be the champions of the champions we are in the finals and this is gonna decide who's gonna be the champions of the champion Gardevoir's luck didn't work guys guys let's hope Ichabod plays his game this time Ichabod has Lucario that's why wants to see the solar beam so badly this is it Annihilate and Moushold are we seeing beat up stat oh my god sleep powder sleep powder going for Moushold immediately I hate this opening, bro. I hate the chlorophyll Venusaur doing the sleep powder, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Who's sleeping? I'm not sleeping. Sleep powder slow. He's banging his table. Mike is like so tensed. Sleep powder miss. Sleep powder miss. Earth power. Accurate what? Bhai, that crit was madness, bhai. The crit was madness. And wait, dude, imagine if we had switched to Staraptor, man. Imagine if we had switched out to Staraptor instead of Moushold. Why did he get his Moushold? Dude, how did it outspeed though? Oh, Tailwind was active at the previous round, yeah. Ah. He should have got his Whimsicott in the previous round, man. Should have gone his Whimsicott in the previous round. Venusaur is fast. Venusaur will go for sleep powder. Connecting. And there it goes. Gardevoir making a comeback. Solar Beam! Solar Beam! Who asked for the Solar Beam? Now Rage Fist getting activated. So there is no Mega Aggro on this round. There is no Mega Aggro on this round. Again, the wall is not coming. Sleep Powder is so annoying, bruh. Whimsicott, if it is still in the back, Whimsicott is still in the back, there is a chance. If Whimsicott is still in the back, there is chance. Garchomp coming in, okay? Dude, close combat is a must. Close combat is a must. Rage Fist on the Venusaur. But Venusaur can go for Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder on the Ape. No Sludge Bomb! Oh my god, that did a lot though. Staraptor survives. Staraptor survives. No flinch. No flinch. If it is a flinch, the game goes. If it is not a flinch, yeah, Staraptor wakes up. Fuck! He has to protect. He has to protect. Two turns are protect are there, so he has to stall out something. Rock. This can KO if it is not flinch. Dude, go for a drain. Go for a rage fist, na. Go for a rage. What the fuck was he doing? Go for a rage freaking fist. See, protect on Annihilate, switch out the Staraptor. Protect on Annihilate, switch out the Staraptor. Dude. People in the comment is like, is this what people feel when they watch, is this what pro chess player feels when they're watching low elo matches? Dude, call. Dude, call. Such a good call. Now that Venusaur is gonna be slower than, oh, Sludge Bomb going there. He expected for the protect. What talk? Dude, what is Mike? Dude, Mike is godly protected from the this thing. Mike is literally God. Mike is literally RNG gods. What is his luck? What is the luck? What is the luck? Dude, what the fuck is the luck? What the fuck is the luck? So Venusaur is gonna be slow. Garchomp can KO by the Rage Fist. Annihilate took a lot of damage over there. And does he has a recover though? He has to KO. Starter going for a protect. He has to KO the Venusaur. He has to KO the Venusaur. Rage Fist is at the God place right now. Venusaur. Wait. Can we see a comeback? Can we freaking see a comeback here, guys? Are we seeing a comeback? Now if it's instead drain punch. Yeah, fake out can take star after. Drain punch on Incineroar. Drain punch on Incineroar gets the game. Drain punch on Incineroar gets the game. Yo, Zeph, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the finals of the champions, where, like, pretty much nobody knows how to play Pokemon game are playing. Dude, Drain Punch gets the game if it is not a flinch. Drain Punch gets the game if it is not a flinch. What's happening? Oh my god. Rock slide. No fake out, no fake out, no fake out. No fake out. Okay. If it's not. Gardevoir's luck is real, guys. Gardevoir luck is real. Gardevoir luck is real, guys. Oh. Huh, 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 huh? Duh, why are you blurring it? W, guys, W, W. अरे 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 अरे. कोई जापनीज है. Dude, W Mike, but Ichabod was really good. I was happy for Ichabod, bro. Ichabod got flinched badly, and that's so annoying. W stream, guys. Live action Professor Oak. GG's to him. But, dude, he's too good. But Ichabod was too good. Dude, he should have got that guard, Whimsicott and W, man. W. Good night, guys. Good night. Lots of love to you. सपने में स्लो लव यू सारे साथ आएगा. Ooh, James helped him. Crazy. Nah, nah, nah. I haven't. I think I'll push it in the season 3. I won't be pushing now because I have to make a lot of videos. भाई ये क्यों blur कर रहे हैं क्यों? Ooh, crazy. Give it to kids. Give it to kids. Yeah, yeah. अंदर देख रहे हो. ये कैसे आवाज थी? नो भाई मैं क्या किया? मैंने क्या किया? वाह बोला. मैंने क्या बोला? Not from the Solar Beam Charizard on the Charizard. I won't say that. That didn't look like they, good play. That looked like they learned today. They learned today. Like Charizard, why using Fire Fang? Yay! Fire Fang, yay! Garchomp using Brick Break, yay! Good Brick Break, yay! But anyways, thank you so much for watching. We got our champion, which is gonna be Mike Hobbs. But I liked Ichabod of Fame though. Sometimes runner up always wins the game for you. Like they win your heart. So moments to remember, guys. So let's go. W's to you all. Thank you so much for joining in. We had a pretty good watch, and we lots of love to you all. See you all in tomorrow or next stream, I guess. Yeah. So until then, it's me Supernova signing off. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye. I'll be announcing the next. I'll be announcing the final guest panelist tomorrow. I am pretty much excited. I don't know how you guys gonna take it or not, but I am so happy that he's gonna be a part of our event. And let's see. तो कल मिलते हैं फिर. आई एम गोइंग टू वॉच स्पाइडरमैन टुमारो एट द 10 o'clock show. तो wish me the best of luck for the experience, guys. Until then, see ya, tata, bye.